I went to a boarding school and I learned
boarding school in
Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
But I pretended I couldn't speak Yoruba the whole time.
So you can hear everything.
Every girl who liked me, I would hear them talking and I would just be there going,
yeah.
and that's how I ended up dating twins at the same time. Did I admit that on camera?
Yes, you did.
I'm going to have to explain to my wife.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like.
Welcome to another episode of 154. Today's guest is one of Hollywood's most respected and sought-after talents. He is a Nigerian-British, critically acclaimed actor, distinguished producer, multi-hyphenate director, versatile thespian, dedicated philanthropist, a visionary storyteller. He's a classically trained performer and an award-winning artist. He has earned multiple NAACP Image Awards and received nominations for a Golden Globe, Emmy, Screen Actor Guild Award, and BAFTA Award. He's an international star who is globally recognized for his masterful powerhouse performances. His work has established him as one of the most versatile actors of his generation, a true chameleon who is able to take on any role in any genre. He's also an appointed officer of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II. He is the founder of the production company Yoruba Saxon and co-founder of streaming platform Mansa. Today, we'll talk about his remarkable journey, his Nigerian roots, navigating Hollywood at the highest level, building a legacy both in front and behind the camera, and the responsibility that comes with using storytelling to inspire change. Please join me in welcoming the incredible David Oyelowo. Oyelowo. You should have never did this.
You missed out. Chin Chin and Puff Puff Lover.
Yes.
That's also on the resume. I walked in here, I saw the Chin Chin. This is robust Chin Chin. Look at the size. Robust Chin Chin. We are not playing. The Puff Puff is on the small side. But the Chin Chin, hey!
We wanted to celebrate this properly. You know, we have a big time prime time.
And that's palm wine?
This is palm wine from Nigeria.
I'm at home.
From Nigeria. In fact, let's have a proper toast because we want to celebrate your journey. Yes. We want to celebrate this conversation that we're about to have. There we go. There we go.
My brother.
All right. And notice I'm a left-handed.
You have to make the sound.
And I'm doing it with my right hand.
Oh yeah, point now.
Oh yeah. Here's to a proper toast.
Hey.
All right. There it is. Hey!
That's the sound.
But you know what? when we have a big time guest like yourself, fresh off your private jet, straight to the studio.
That's
here.
It's parked outside.
Parked outside. Yeah, we have a landing strip in the back.
That's what's up.
Today's a special day because you're our first guest where we are getting ready to launch our very own clothing brand and our collection.
Wow.
The 154 collection. And so you can see it there. He's wearing the jacket. I'm wearing our shirt.
Wow.
And of course, we wanted to bear gifts for you. So we have a little something for you that we wanted to.
Amazing.
There we go. I had to guess your size.
I like anything free. I will take it.
No, you gotta show the box. You gotta show the box to the camera. You gotta open it up and you can see the collection. You gotta open it up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice packaging. Oh.
Hey,
come on now.
100% cashmere sweater.
Come on now.
Yeah, you see that right there?
That is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can wear that wherever you go.
Just hit on it like.
That is, hey, nice fabric.
Yeah.
Have good fabric.
Beautiful.
100% cashmere.
I love it.
He really spent time on it.
Yeah. We're designing a collection that the motto is you wear the story, you live the legacy. So there it is, right
amazing.
there. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I will be wearing
size?
that. All right.
Okay. Okay.
You want to challenge?
Are you challenging me to see? Hey.
I guess you were a medium.
Let us see.
I know, David.
We're going to answer the question.
Right there.
Hey.
Hey. Now we are rocking. We are rocking.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So is it 154 or 154?
154.
154.
Yeah, 154. So
Okay.
All of us are wearing it.
I want my endorsement.
That's an endorsement.
And for anybody out there that wants it, you can go shop 154. Go to 154africa.com. That's where we're selling it. That's where we're putting everything out there.
It's beautiful. It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels great.
He wore it.
Beautiful.
Had to challenge him.
Is my mic still okay?
That's a sale.
Good.
They're going off the rack now.
Oh, man.
Where's the camera?
Oyelowo. Boy, Oyelowo.
Oh, man.
Godfrey, we had this chat.
We did.
You have to say Oyelowo in the
Oyelowo.
West. If you go Oyelowo.
Oyelowo.
No, we can't have people dancing my name.
Oyelowo. Hey.
Oyelowo.
Hey.
You know how my dad
Hey.
you know how my dad would say, David, you cannot be telling people Oyelowo. You have to tell them it's like the town crier. Oye, oye, oye.
Oye.
Lower.
Lower.
Like, I'm not doing the town crier with people. Now you've added the dance. You've ruined it. Oyelowo people.
They're going to be doing this all out.
Oyelowo. You know what? I remember when we first met, it was so cool because, I was so honored to meet you. You came on the talk when I was working on the talk.
Right.
And then after the show, we did this kind of, I thought I was going to upstage him. I said, this is big time. I'm like, what do I have on him? I know. I've got the long Nigerian name. Yes. And you just sit there quietly and you're just looking at me and I'm going,
that it?
Akbar, Oluwakemi, Idowu, Bajabi Amila. Go, You know the Nigerian, you think I'm impressed. and give us the full name. And he just murdered
I think he's 38, right?
39. Go ahead.
Hey.
David Oyetokunbo. Animamuma. Oyerogba. Chukudi. Oyelowo.
Hey!
Chukudi, I'm Chukuma.
Yeah.
Chukudi, he beat you by.
Yeah.
Man,
How many years?
I'm 32. I think you're 39. You pissed
And
me.
I've forgotten some of them. Like there's like 3 or 4 that have got like lost in the ether.
Junior.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
41.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you know how sometimes you can walk in and you can feel so proud, and the way you did it, you did that little acting thing that you do. It's just very patient, and then he just nailed everything, and he was patient with it. I mean, even David sounded long. David.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. And I didn't say I'm a doctor as well. Like I have a doctorate. So Dr. David Oyetokunbo Animamuma Chukudi Oyelowo OBE. Officer of the British Empire. Esquire.
The titles, the names, it's all there.
That's very
Did you put
I didn't even
Mr.?
put Mr. I didn't even put Mr.
He's going to be David at some point.
I didn't even put Mr. And you know what we're like? I can put judge. I can put chieftain. Prince. I can put prince.
Yes, because you're a prince.
I am a prince as well.
Jesus.
So I was being merciful, Akbar. I was being merciful.
Okay, so there's really so it's not even 39. So it's really like 60. He's like, yo, merciful. I was trying to put us in the same numbers. I gave you 39.
You're the one who brought it up again. I was prepared to leave it alone.
Too funny.
Oh,
anyway,
man. What does your name mean? What's the full meaning of your name?
So, Oyetokunbo means a king from the ocean has come.
Okay.
So, Oye means Tokunbo. No, sorry. Oye means king. And Lowo is to have come. Then Oyelowo is a king deserves respect. So a king from the ocean has come, Oyetokunbo. A king deserves respect, Oyelowo.
Yeah, and the king, your father, your grandfather, king.
Yeah.
You are a prince.
Yeah.
Like a legit prince, not like you're a legit prince.
Yeah.
When did you step into that? Was that something that was kind of passed down as far as the history and your responsibility? Or was it just kind of wanted to, don't tell nobody you're a prince?
Well, I was born in the UK, so, we had Queen Queen Elizabeth. And you're like, okay, that's what a royal person looks like. So when my dad said, we are royalty, we are kings. And I was like, we're living in a council estate in South London. There's no way that we're like royalty. Yeah. But then we moved back to Nigeria when I was 6, and we lived on Oyelowo Street, on the Oyelowo compound.
Oh,
and I had all these, my dad always had, he had the word ballet inscribed on his stomach.
Yeah.
With these, like tribal marks.
Yeah, yeah,
he actually had that on his face and on his belly as well. And it was B-A-L-E. And I was like, what, Daddy, why do you have Baal on your tummy? He's like, no, it's ballet.
Ballet.
And it was like, that is how, if you were to die in battle, they know to give you a royal burial.
Oh, wow.
Because ballet is, means that you're from the royal household.
I thought he loved Christian Bale. My fault. Isn't Christian Bale from around that area? He's like, you don't know the actor.
And he loves Christian Bale as well. It was both. It was a twofer. Yeah. So yeah, and then I met all these uncles of mine who had the same tribal marks, and we would go back to Awe in Yoruba land, and that's where my grandfather was the king of. So yeah, it's a real thing.
It kind of reminds me of the movie, Coming to America. When they go, like, when I tell you the brother's got his own money, the brother's got his own money. You've got your own street name. Like,
oh yeah.
I said, well, you know what? Let me throw this sucker in Google Maps real quick. You know me, I'm always getting up on Google.
Of course.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh yeah.
Wow. It's there. So what was that like when you go back? You go to Nigeria. You're born in, the UK. You go to Nigeria and you see that. Are you like, yo, Pops wasn't like, this is like real?
It was formative for me. When you're born into a country, a community, a culture where you are the minority, that starts to get on you. And when you go somewhere where you are the majority and everything that is accessible in that culture is yours for the taking.
Yeah.
And there's stuff with your name on it. It just shifts your disposition entirely.
Yeah.
And the 6 years, the 7 years I was in Nigeria, it completely reframed how I saw myself. I went from having a minority mentality, which was already brewing at the age of 6 when I went back, to a majority mentality, which is whereby I found myself, when we moved back to the UK, walking into rooms differently. I had a different notion of who I am, what I deserve, what I should be able to aspire to. And it was because of things like, just being somewhere where you're not every day waking up thinking, how am I going to scale? You're looking around and going, this is mine. Yeah. This is me. This is where I belong. Yeah. And, it just means you approach both yourself and life differently.
It's so cool because, I just got back from Nigeria. I just missed you. I know you ran into my brother, Kabir.
Oh, yeah.
In Nigeria. And I came a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
And I took my kids and my wife for the very first time. And then when we came back, I asked my kids, so what'd you take from the trip? What'd you learn? And that was one of the things, because my kids, unlike myself, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood in LA, in Crenshaw district. My kids growing up in the, suburbs in a predominantly white neighborhood.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, Dad, everybody was black. Everybody was just so family oriented. It was just one of those things that you can kind of miss if you're just kind of on the hustle. And I was trying to give my kids this experience, but hearing you say that, it doesn't really, you're not even conscious of it when you're in it. It's not until you're around other people where you go like, wait, like no one, like the very first time we saw, white folks in Nigeria was at Echo Hotel at the swimming pool. And my kids were like, and it was,
what do you think, Godfrey? What do you think?
What you think this is? It's Africa.
But that was, but it was alarming for them. It was alarming for them.
I'm gonna tell you again. Get my damn drink. White man always late. They don't know how to use that Eddie Murphy voice. Hey man, it's our turn.
That's Godfrey in his flipped reality.
Yeah, in his flipped reality.
When you said that, when I was in Nigeria a year and a half ago, and because as far as royalty, my Sonny Okoza, my uncle, is a famous singer. My other aunt, Onyeka Onwenu, she's an activist singer in Nigeria. And, growing up with famous singers, it's the same thing. I go, man, I was like, wow, everybody's back. This is what's up. And now I'm going, I went to Nigeria as a kid, but when you go in as a grown up and people know who you are from social media.
Oh, yeah.
That was another level.
Yeah.
We see your videos. Hey, I'm taking the police. Hey, I'm taking big man.
Yeah.
Then they go like this.
Yeah.
Then they want some money.
Yeah.
They'll take a picture and be like this. Like, come on, please.
Oh, there we go. Do you have something for me? That's what you get. You know, you arrive at the airport and you're like, oh, I'm home. Again. Do you have something for me? I'm like, do I have something for you? Like, what?
And what's funny is when every time I made videos from Nigeria, I made videos from the market. I was making videos, and everybody was like, man, you look so happy, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I woke up with I wasn't stressed out.
Yeah.
Like when I walked out, it was us. It's everybody looks like us.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was just a natural. They were like, you look happy as hell. I go,
because your armor is off.
yes.
Because you know, there's a subconscious armor you have to put on every day. Living in America, living in the UK, where I grew up, and you don't even realize it until you're walking around light. Then what's different? I haven't got my armor.
None.
Like when I went back to Nigeria, I have 4 kids. They're older now, but when we went and they were 5 and 2, the thing that my 5-year-old said to me when we were driving from Muritala Mohammed Airport to where we were staying, he said, Daddy, everyone looks like you. And that was the thing that threw him. Like everyone
looks
like you. And I went, I know. Isn't that incredible? And the only reason that is so resonant is because even in my child's demeanor was the notion of belonging. He could see
At 5.
belonging. Yeah. He was making the connection of the belonging. And so, you know, and it's that thing, you know, doing what I do, you're a known face. 9 out of 10 of the people in America, in the UK, wherever I go in the world, who will come up to me and say, oh, I like your movie, they'll be black.
Yeah.
Why? Because what we do, the spaces we inhabit, still rarefied, even though they may try to pretend it's not. And we all get something from seeing ourselves reflected back to us.
Sure.
So when I go to Nigeria, I'm Timothy Chalamet. I'm like, whoa, I can't leave the hotel. I'm like, you know, it's like, you know, if I'm in the valley, I'm in Trader Joe's, I'm fine. Like, you know, I get the black man nod, I get all of that stuff. But it's not this, and that is to do with representation.
Yeah.
That is to do with people going, I see you because I see myself in you.
Yeah.
And that's why what you do is powerful for me.
Yeah.
And that, you know, to go back and feel that is a very,
It's powerful.
It's a powerful thing.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Yeah, I want to talk about because your name tells a story as well. Your father, Yoruba, your mother, Igbo.
Igbo, yeah.
And I've often wondered because, you know, like I sit here as a Yoruba man, you sit here
That's
as an
what you
Igbo
said,
man.
true cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I'm both. That's why I beat him, you see. You know,
The Igbo had to push you over. Understand. Igbo kwenu.
See, we are better together. You see, I have Yoruba and Igbo. That is why I beat you.
Hey, David is funny, man. That man funny, man.
He's not an actor, he's a comedian.
David be like, this is a serious dude. David's like, let's get down. He's funny, man. David's funny as hell.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell I was going to ask you.
You were saying, so I'm both. I'm both. Yoruba
The
and Igbo.
Igbo thing ruined him because he can't skip.
yeah.
He's like, that's his kryptonite.
No, it's not.
Igbo's are.
I wanted to know because your parents are of a particular age during a particular time, especially after the Biafra War.
Absolutely.
Where the two groups, the Igbos and Yoruba, there was historical tension.
Huge.
What was that like for them? Like to be able to fall in love, to be able to get together, to get married.
Yeah.
What was that like for them?
It's the reason I was born in the UK. They had to elope. They couldn't be together in Nigeria. you know, because my dad's from a prominent Yoruba family, and my mom is Igbo and deemed a commoner, and you're in proximity to the Biafra conflict. It's only a few years beforehand that was all going down. So, you know, I think to be able to have peace, they moved to Oxford, England in the 70s. And that's why I was born there, because it was taboo.
How did they tell you about the story? Because, you know, I had to go to my, you know, I've heard the perspective of the Biafra War from the Yoruba side. I've heard it from my friend's mom, you know, who lived through it, you know, as an Igbo woman. And, you know, there's that side. Did they ever explain to you the conflict? Did you ever walk away with an understanding? Because I found myself growing up in America not really having a true perspective of it, because that wasn't my reality growing up here. And, you know, but I've always heard two different sides. You know, people say there's this side, and then there's the truth. What is that truth that you grew up learning about the Biafra War?
Well, the beautiful thing with my parents is that they didn't talk about the conflict. You know, very proud Nigerians, very proud about their culture. But they never talked about that fissure that had pre-existed me and my two brothers. It wasn't until we went back to Nigeria, I started to get wind of this friction that still was reverberating between, you know, because having a Yoruba last name, people just assume I'm Yoruba. Then when I would talk about my Igbo mother, there was this thing of, from Igbo people. I was like, why did that shift something? You're suddenly my friend. You're suddenly, you know, it was a weird thing. And it wasn't until I got older and older and became more of a student of history. And as an actor, you're doing a bunch of research. You have to become a sponge of who and what humanity is when you're an actor. So I became more of a student of history and humanity, and I went, oh my gosh, this was a miracle that my parents came together at the time that they came together. And then as I got older, I had friends, even here, who are Igbo, who are getting to that age where it's like, you know, I've been married 10, 15 years. They're still not married. They're in LA talking about, I better go home and find this Igbo girl. I'm like, what? Why? Because I'm Igbo and I've got to, my mom is going to feel some kind of way. And I was like, whoa, this is still a thing. So, you know, I didn't grow up with it being as big of a factor, but as I became more and more of a student, it also typified why we're still struggling in Nigeria to progress beyond colonization, you know, because it's this competition between North, East, West, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and what happens around the elections and what happens when it comes to the acquisition of power and where that power lies and which part of the country. You know, I'm just a big believer in the fact that we are so much stronger together than apart. And, you know, it reverberates till now, but, you know, I'm a product of two tribes.
I think it's true love to me, because I love, and some people will probably disagree with this. Like, my father and my mother never really spoke to me about it. You know, I didn't know about it until like I got to college. But a lot of my friends are mixed from, you know, Yorubas to Igbos. Like, I never had this idea, and my friends don't carry that same type of, and it feels like it's almost diluted, you know, to the point of like where you can have relationships. I don't look at somebody and go, oh, this person is that. And, you know, but I know the elders beforehand carried a lot of that. And so hopefully that unity that you're talking about, you know, kind of reverberates throughout the entire country.
I hung out with mainly Yorubas though. There's Olu, there's Ade. Most of my friends they're all Yoruba guys. Rarely Igbo dudes, but I never, because my mother spoke Yoruba also, because she grew up in Lagos. So she would flip. I remember little, I was like, Ma, every time you talk to Mr. Gusanya, you sound different. Oh, that's Yoruba. I said, I said, she would be like, and it's different. Because, you know, Igbo is different. I was like, she goes, no, I grew up, because when we listened to Fela, my mother would interpret it. You know, this is what the shakara means, da-da-da. I was like, oh, and then my sister married a Yoruba dude.
Oh,
right.
Married a Yoruba.
He does not like this guy.
Oh, really?
It's not about
because
him being
he's
Yoruba.
No, because he's.
She want to see you.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like him.
This is
Wow.
that's for a different reason.
You know, Godfrey is a strong man if he's going up against a Yoruba man like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
Yo, man, I'm coming for you, boy. Know you live. Anyway, they're in Dallas. You know, the Nigerians run Texas. So I remember when she was getting married and they were doing the kola nut passing.
Oh, yeah.
That's an Igbo thing.
Yeah. 8 hours of each person's speech. I want to say something. Oh,
right.
I go, yo.
Oh, yeah.
And they would always go, but he's Yoruba. You know, it was like,
yeah,
it was
a qualification.
It was almost like a rap battle. You're Igbo.
Yeah.
It was a constant.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, what is this?
Yeah.
They would talk about, you know, Igbos, they are this, they are sniper, they are thieves. It was just like always that constant battle.
It's almost like a generational curse that you keep passing down, a generational conflict that you keep passing down. And so, you know, I thank my mom and dad that they gave me the opportunity to learn it later without, you know, putting all of that stuff in me when I was younger. So they didn't pass down the generational conflict. So I don't carry it with me. Do you speak multiple languages?
I used to speak Yoruba when I lived. In fact, I used it as a bit of a weapon. So because I had this accent going to Nigeria, I went to a boarding school and I learned
a boarding school in
Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
But I pretended I couldn't speak Yoruba the whole time.
What?
So it is like being the invisible man. If people are speaking a language they think you can't speak and you can understand everything they're saying. I was like 12, 13 for 2 years. So
you can hear everything.
Every girl who liked me, I would hear them talking and I would just be there going,
Hello.
What are you guys saying?
I know. And they would try and put the wrong face on. So they would have that stank face while saying, I like him. You know, and I was like, and that's how I ended up dating twins at the same time. Did I admit that on camera?
Yes, you did.
I'm going to have to explain to my wife. It's a weapon. It's a weapon.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So that's where your acting career started because you learned very much so how to go, I don't know what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch anybody talking trash about you?
Oh,
absolutely, because we were in a dorm room on bunk beds, so you'd hear people saying whatever, and you're just there going, "Wow!"
How the hell did you keep that to yourself?
Discipline now.
Discipline.
But the day I was leaving the school, I just went around speaking Yoruba to everyone.
That's hilarious.
And their faces were like,
that is so good.
You crushed him.
Oh, yeah.
That was your way of saying, I'm putting cases on all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting this to me. I'm going to leave you with something.
That's
we
right.
can do that in Europe.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's dope. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hell of a story, man. That's an absolute hell of a story. So it was boarding school because we had Samson Dauda, the bodybuilder.
Okay.
We had
and
we had him on there, and he was telling us about boarding school in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I knew that my parents and your parents threatened us with it here in the States.
Oh, yeah.
They'll send you to boarding school. You just knew that the way they said it, you just knew it was something bad, but you didn't never hear what
it was warranted.
What did you experience? Did you get weapons?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they would line up. They would line up all the naughty kids, and I had this. I had this housemaster who, those people who talk as if they ate too much fufu, and it's just David, you did it. I cannot believe. I was like, okay. And he's like, are you disrespecting me? I'm like, no, I cannot hear what you're saying, sir. Neither am I going to be
Can you get that fufu out of your throat?
I'm just like, sir, do you want some palma? Can I help you with the frog in your throat? Like, are you talking to me?
Oh my goodness.
So I got, one day, I was such a naughty kid. I was like, they dared me. They were like, can you go? I dare you to go and steal Fanta out of Fanta.
Oh boy.
Fanta out of headmaster's fridge.
What?
So I break in.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I break in. Literally, I go as far as the fridge. I open the fridge. Oh yeah, is that you, baby? I was like, there's nowhere to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no, sorry, sir. I was like, yes, sir. I was trying to steal your Fanta. And then he gets a cane.
A cane, of course.
And you know that thing where my mom used to do that. If you do that again, you know,
every syllable.
Every syllable.
I remember those. I remember those
beating. Yeah, I got such, but I deserved them though, man. I deserved them. I was a naughty kid.
I want to see this character. I hope you put it in one of your films.
I could see him. Was he heavy set?
He wasn't wiry.
You know, he was wiry.
So you also are like, isn't that weird?
It didn't match.
So it didn't match. It didn't match. Like, it's not like you ate the fufu. It's just
Nigeria. Every time my parents had a lot of house gatherings.
Yeah.
There was always people coming over.
Yeah.
You know, this Dr. Ebu, Dr. Umar's coming, Ebuna's coming. So everybody would come.
Yeah.
There was 6. Mr. Ebner was 6'3" tall.
Right.
And he loved sports. He's like, hey, we have to watch the Bears.
Yeah.
We have to watch that. I can't believe we are losing. We're always losing all the time. My father didn't give we just all cared about the news.
Yeah.
But it was him. Then there was a Mr. Agusanya.
Godfrey, how are you today? Hey, you are growing. You are getting bigger. Every time I see you, you are getting bigger.
There's the Yoruba, all these men.
Why does it always seem like we're fighting? Right. Like just a normal
conversation. Today. Happy birthday to you.
I had to when I got married, I had to explain to my wife. I said they're not mad. It's going to sound like they're mad, but they're not mad.
I know.
It's just the way we express ourselves.
My father be like, when they leave, like, you know, some of them are from the bush. So they just, you know, but those were his buddies. Then there was Mr. Enye, who was always in shape. He was like, oh, Godfrey, how are you doing? How are you? Okay, you're getting bigger every time I see you. Okay.
Was your father an introvert?
He was in between because he talked. No, my father talked, but he wasn't like. He was
because that's my dad. My dad is the same way.
His hands to eat. He was like, I use the fork and knife.
But you know why? Because if you're raised around that much noise, you have to go the other way or you won't survive.
Right.
Because my dad was the same. He's like, David.
That's how my dad is.
He was like that. Yeah. But if you've grown up with everyone around, you go, Akbar. Godfrey. Like, why do you have to say my name twice? Like, I had these uncles. David. Hi, uncle.
My father had a men's group and my mother had a women's group. It's Ummuna. You know, so my father said, come and meet the men, so you have to. Yeah. And the dude, it was a restaurant, my Uncle Emmanuel, big ass dude too. He'd be like, Godfrey, when are you coming to my club? Hey, I'm telling you, there's so many guys, you need to meet them. Yeah, and everybody was loud, like, and
so
it's right.
Loud.
And when I got to the meeting, like they have an afternoon meeting, there's one guy, this guy be like, hey, what's up, man? Mr. Comedian.
Oh, yes. The American Niger hybrid. What are you saying, man? How you doing, man? I just got back from New York, man.
He be like, what's up? What's up? Hey, man, let me tell you, man. Hey, I saw you on TV, man. That guy's funny.
That's exactly it.
He's so funny, brother. He's funny. I'm telling you. It's funny.
Why is it that we all have
this guy? He be like this, walking in. What's up, dude? When my father imitated my American friends, some of the funny. My dad was hilarious. Nigerian father is just funny. He's like, I was just this boy walking with the car. Just, hey man, what's up, Dad? What are you?
So exaggerated.
My father is laughing, but my father was funny. He's just saying this. What's a mother? This and then,
I know.
Then they walk in like
and
this.
It's so less offensive, all that language coming up from someone who's doing like this, man, and you just go, "Aw, uncle."
And it's the wrong intonation too.
Oh, completely.
You know, I told the story about my mom one time, and it caught us off guard. My mom and dad had a really big fight in the house one time, and my mom was like getting to the boiling point. She goes, "You shoved it down." And we just stopped and we go, Mom, you mean damn? When she was trying to get it out, it's an intonation is only it's backwards.
But I had a cousin that
my goodness.
I had a cousin that was pushing weight in D.C. I had a cousin that was a drug dealer too.
Right.
But we loved him. He was so cool. But he'd be like this. When he's around my parents, "Oh, hi, sir. How are you? Okay, you okay?" He leaves and be like, "Yo, so this mother going to tell me I'm trying to buy a Mercedes-Benz. This mother I was about to beat the shit out of him. I didn't give a you know? Hey, I'm telling you, I don't give a
It's like you're just throwing it in there.
And then they'd be like, "Oh, hi, sir. How are you? Okay." They're like, "Yeah, so this was trying to take my money." Hey,
that's a different type of code switch.
But he was hard body though. He's one of my favorites though. He was like, "Yeah, this motherfucker just telling me trying to take my two Mercedes-Benz." Everybody had a Mercedes.
Oh yeah.
Mercedes. Two of them. Trying to rob me. I said, "Mother, are you crazy?"
Oh my goodness.
And he had a little scar there. And he was dope. I loved him, man.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
I had an uncle, Uncle Kola Bagbiaka, and he was a raspy one. He was like, "Shut up, I want to hit the commentator." It was like everything was exaggerated and raspy. "I want to hit the commentator." Because he was a Redskins fan at the time of the Washington Redskins. "I want to hit the and then if somebody farted, he'll go, Who flumped? Did you flumped? Who flumped? Come here, let me smell your butt." Flumped. He was there, flumped. I want to smell your butt.
What in the hell? My father would go, "Wait a minute, who fouled?
Who fouled?
Who fouled?" Who fouled? He'd be like this.
Oh God. You know what happened at my wedding? So we got married in the UK in this tiny town with this beautiful church. My mom decides to invite all these Nigerians I've never met before. Of course. They arrive late.
Oh yeah,
2 hours.
We are just about to go into the vows. I just hear, "Excuse me, I was like, are these, who is making that? They have walked to the front of the church. Of course. "I want to sit there. I want to see the wedding." I was like, what? What is actually happening right now? I'm looking at my mom to say like,
I don't know these people.
We have seating, like elected seating at the reception.
Oh my goodness.
I'm on the high table. Uncle Yinka is like bringing over a chair with all these white people are sat around. My mother-in-law has done all the seating plan. "David, I want to sit next to Temina. Can you ask these people to move?" I was like, they bring jollof rice, dodo, moi moi.
Wow.
My mother-in-law has spent months organizing the salmon and the quiche. All these people. So the salmon and the quiche is here. the vats of plantain and jollof. All these white people with all the jollof. I looked to my mother-in-law. She's like,
Hold on. Did they ignore the quiche and the salmon?
What do you think? What do you think?
The salmon and the quiche. That's hysterical.
Literally, who comes with we had to come prepared, and that is why I want to sit next to Uncle. You don't mind, do you? She doesn't mind. I'm like, of course she doesn't mind. You are shouting at her.
I think I threw out my back.
In the heck? Do you know how many months we spent deciding on how much salmon and how much quiche?
Quiche and salmon.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
hysterical.
But that's a real thing.
The poor salmon. They just said
The day jollof hit Woodbridge, Suffolk. Oh my gosh.
That is.
Oh my goodness.
You can't make this up, man.
No, you can't. Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm telling you, you can't make this up. This is real. This is real.
Oh gosh. Does your mother-in-law still talk about that? Did she still like?
Oh no, we do not mention. We do not talk. Well, my mom completely just upended the whole thing for the whole of my childhood.
Yeah.
My mom couldn't sing a note to save her life.
Right.
But she thought she was literally like
jamming.
Yeah. Whitney Houston is who my mom thought. But she would sing a hymn like, onward Christian soldiers marching.
I know that voice. I know that. We know that voice. We know that one.
In the blood of Jesus, going on, babe. I'm watching my cartoon.
Amen.
I'm like, Mommy, I can't hear it. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. What are you saying I cannot sing? Are you saying I cannot sing?
She rebuked you
in the name of Jesus with the whole thing. I rebuke in the
hand.
One day I'm going to sing at your wedding and you're going to thank me. I was like, this was the threat through my whole childhood.
One day I'm going to
sing at your wedding and you're going to thank me. We get to the wedding day. I have told her in the build-up, Mommy, there's not going to be any singing at this wedding. You know this face?
We shall see.
That's the face.
We shall see. Yeah. That face means we shall see.
So we get through the ceremony.
Okay, oh good.
Right. No singing.
No singing, cool.
Okay.
We get to the speeches. My dad is handing the mic to the best man for his speech, past my mom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, hell.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to sing a song because I like to sing. No, this is for David and Jessica. This is a beautiful nothing.
No.
I'm going to sing a song because I like to sing.
I like to sing, just because.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, what song did she sing?
What song?
And life's journey beginning when you are in love. To be together, Jesus will come.
In that tone?
I wish I was exaggerating. There is a photograph in my home. Next time you come, I will show you. My wife and I are like this. It's like, fix your face, can't fix your face. She gets to the end of each verse. Everyone goes, because we are 5 verses.
No.
Damn. So you know what happens? You know what happens when you do that to people for 5 verses? At the end of 5 verses, you know what happens?
They clapped her off.
Did they take
clapped
the mic?
her out of mercy to themselves. You know what my mom does? She looks at me and goes,
Hold on. Was that the I told you face?
she says to me afterwards, she goes, if I did an album, it would sell like hotcake.
Yo.
So she walks away thinking she actually is Whitney Houston.
So she thought that was a standing ovation.
Yes, she did. Of course she did. When I'm telling her, Mommy, you can't sing and you're ruining the cartoon, she goes, rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Do you think a standing ovation is going to be the moment? She goes, I don't think they liked it.
There was nothing. You know what? Now I know where your confidence comes from.
Oh, and she would tell me as well, you think you can dance? Watch this.
That's the dance. That's the dance.
Okay,
That's
Mommy.
the go-to.
Like we're in public. Oh my goodness.
Can't make this up, folks.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I want to go to your time in London because you know, going from Nigeria, born in London, go to Nigeria, you come back.
Yeah.
What was identity like for you, you know, being in a place where you could speak, you know, the language and you could hear, but you pretended not to speak the language.
Yeah.
You go back to the UK. I'm assuming then you're a teenager, right? And you're kind of getting back into it. You're self-conscious about yourself as a teenager. What was that like? And where was you centered with your identity?
It was tough for me, man, because growing up in Nigeria, you have that thing of respect for elders, respect for education. You know, these were all things that I held very dear. I went to a public school in London, and that was just not the vibe. It was, you talked back to your teachers.
Damn.
You know, like, unfortunately, a lot of the black kids in my school, their identity was rooted in being disruptive and being the cool kids and playing truant and girls and all that kind of stuff. So I got called a coconut a lot. I got called, you know, like an Oreo.
Oreo, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to be white. And it was so confusing for me because I had literally just come back from the motherland, so to speak.
Right.
And now I'm being accused of, in some way, trying to be white when I was espousing the values that I had imbibed while being in Nigeria, which was, like I say, self-respect for elders, and do your work and be prompt and be respectful to girls and all that kind of stuff, which I'd been raised with. And it was really confusing for me. And I got bullied quite a bit, by the other black kids. And so that really threw me. I'll be totally honest. I had an incident where this guy who had repeated the last class, like maybe twice, like 6'4" guy, just massive. Had already started growing like facial hair, and we were in secondary school. And I remember him just cornering me in the bathroom and going, "You think you're better than me, don't you? You think you're better than me, don't you?" And I was just like, I don't know where you're, I don't think that. I don't know why you're saying that. And he punched me square in the face. My face was all swollen up. I went home and I was so upset. And I remember my dad saying to me, when I repeated what this guy had been saying to me, like, "You think you're better than me?" And I said, my dad said to me, "Do you think you're better than him?" I said, "No." He said, "Remember who you are. Remember who you are, and don't ever lose who you are." That person is projecting their insecurity onto you.
I mean, he repeated. He repeated grade.
Right.
Twice. Well, you are better than him.
Right.
He's like, it's like,
he wasn't going to say that.
Actually, I just took the class once.
See,
so I am kind of better than you, dumb as
where I'm grateful Godfrey was not my father. Because that would not have been helpful.
Yeah, Dad, you are right.
Yeah.
You go back to
You know what, Dad? Let me go tell him.
No, I mean, as big as he was, I'd be like this. "You think you're better than me?" Nah. Then when he leaves, like, "I am. I'm graduating. You haven't. You still here, brother." That's in my mind. In my mind, I'm saying it in my mind. Of course I'm better than you, man.
I won't be calling Godfrey for advice. It's always going to be you, Akbar.
Hey, man, I had a crackhead say that to me. I was coming out of yoga class. So when I was taking yoga, I was a douchebag because I was so arrogant. Yoga. You know, and I was walking down, I live in New York, so I'm walking down the subway, and there's a dude smoking crack. Like, you know how you see a crackhead? You see the post? No, I'm seeing during. You don't rarely see a. He was in the middle. Damn. And I had my yoga mat, so I was a piece of shit. I had my yoga mat. I was like, I went, ugh.
It just came out your mouth.
Because I came out, I was like, ugh. I just came from yoga, man. I had my little ice, whatever, matcha. So I'm a douche. I'm like this, ugh. And he goes, "You think you're better than me?" I'm like, yeah. I just came from yoga. I'm detoxed.
I'm detoxed. Like, most people are coming from yoga feeling like, you know, they want to Generosity for the, I don't know anyone coming from yoga.
When
You're like, yeah, man, I'm better than you.
When yoga got to the West, it turned into arrogance. Yes, I mean, I just finished doing 26 positions twice.
Wow. with your matcha latte.
Matcha, I'm like, I had the long straw. I was like,
and notice the matcha is up high, not low.
Yeah.
I was like,
If you carry your matcha up high,
I had the long
you're feeling
straw.
yourself.
I was like a hamster. I was like, yeah.
Had you got to the end, you're like,
and the crackhead turns around like, what's that sound? Somebody at the end of the pipe.
You think you better than me? I'm like, I don't know. You're on crack and I am.
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Well, I will say though, to that point though, there was this, because it's interesting that you experienced that in the UK.
Yeah.
Because in a different way, I experienced that being in a Nigerian household. You experienced it as well. And the kids, especially growing up like in a predominantly black neighborhood, would tease me about, being on time and being proper and not doing a lot of things. And it was almost like it was glorified to be truant, to be disruptive, to be disrespectful. It was like glorified. And if you didn't do those things, you weak, oh, this one corny, you know what I mean? Like, or if you spoke proper, especially because you couldn't come home speaking nonsense, right? Like that was not going to happen. And I wonder,
was that in the States?
That's in the States.
Right.
Yeah, that's in the States.
That's the difference, right?
And I had a teammate of mine, super wicked smart. And around, this is in college, he would downplay his intelligence just because he didn't want to be the guy that, I'm talking about wicked smart, elite. But he didn't want anyone to know that because he realized that was going to come with a backlash. And it just, to me, is, and so I ask you, how much of that has to do with the way the media portrays and the music portrays what we're supposed to? I think of like songs like I started from the gutter,
Started from the bottom, now we're here. But he never did. He was a middle-class kid from Toronto. Drake is lying.
Right.
He's a half-Jewish kid who's middle-class.
But the lyrics though speaks to something different.
Because he's a very smart
from
kid.
the gutter, and I'm like, I'm gonna shoot this, or like. And it just plays in the psyche that anything that is not that is not a real one. Because many people will tell me, he's like, yo, you're not a real one. I was like, wait, what? How do you define a real one? What's a real one? Like,
I call it, and this may be controversial, I call it the chitlins mentality, which is that, you make a delicacy out of something that you feel is the only thing that you are afforded. So if you're only afforded the dregs, if you feel like all you can have access to is gaining your identity or whatever it is from playing truant, being a ladies' man, or whatever it is, you turn that into a delicacy, so that you can live with yourself. Like we turn pig feet into a delicacy. We turn the beak of a chick into a delicacy. It doesn't mean it's good for you, but it's the thing that you kind of go, look, I've got this is what society keeps on telling me I am. This is what my environment keeps on telling me that I am. I've got to find a way to step out into the world and have some kind of self-respect. So I'm going to make that thing be the thing I wear in order to be able to look myself in the mirror and go, this is me. And I'm gonna embrace that, and I'm gonna walk out with it. And so then when you're going in the opposite direction of that, you're corny. Why? Because you're now holding a mirror up to the fact that you don't need to eat chitlins. You don't. There are more nourishing things that we can be gravitating towards. Yes, they're hard to access. Yes, they may not be the thing we see everywhere we're looking, but it's also what is on offer for us if, and I believe this to the core of my being, if you have advocates, if you have mentors, if you have parents, if you have those around you who will allow your self-esteem to be built on things that have generational impact rather than instant gratification. Because instant gratification, you can puff your chest, you can do whatever, and you feel good in the moment. In the same way a bully does when they punch a kid in the face and say, you think you're better than me. For a moment, he thinks that he has power. A few years later, I was driving through London. I saw that same kid being chased down the street by police.
Wow.
It was the most crazy full circle moment.
That's insane.
Literally, that same kid, a kid, in front of King's Cross Station being chased by the police. And I thought, wow, there was a time where I feared that kid. Like I would literally get physically.
Yeah.
He had a physical effect on me whenever I saw him. Yeah. There I was being driven by a driver through the streets of London while watching him being chased by the police.
I don't know why you're like, I am better than you.
Okay.
James, speed up.
Godfrey's a problem.
You were right this whole time.
Godfrey's such a problem.
Excuse me?
Drake is out there just living his life, just catching strays.
Hello?
For no reason.
You can fuck off. I am better than you. James, speed up.
James. Why James? Why does it have to be James, Godfrey? Oh my gosh.
Speed up.
Why do you have to make me Eric Banner in this story?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You're better than him on all levels. It's like,
is this me in the back?
James.
Tally ho, James, onward we go. I am better than you. Here we go. Very good.
I knew it. Above his, I was chasing him now. He catch up to him and say, run, run, keep going, run. Keep going.
Godfrey is a fool.
He's chasing his future.
James, speed up a little bit more. Hello?
Did you say he's chasing his future?
Chasing his future, and it's a little faster than he is. Keep going. He's probably repeating his grades again. He's probably truant. I don't know. I can't really see him.
Oh my God.
I can't really see him. His car is so big. I can't see the front window.
I'm so glad you don't have my accent, because it would be a nightmare. Can you imagine that? That guy with the drugs, Godfrey just having come out of yoga. Yes, I am better than you. Ew. Yeah, ew. And there's ew.
I was like, ooh, yucky.
Oh my goodness.
Is that crack?
Bro, I have not I've lost 20 pounds just saying.
Oh my God. Oh man, yo. But I just think it's hilarious. It's like I saw him being chased by the police and I'm being driven. I'm not letting you get away with it.
I'm trying to, that's the poignant part of my story. Godfrey's face like this.
Right. We were getting somewhere.
I know.
He was getting somewhere. He was like,
shouldn't have
nope.
said that.
He was like, nope.
I was like,
James.
I was like this. Autobots rules. Yeah, you're not getting away with that. I was being driven. He threw that in. I said, why did you have to say that? You could have just said, I saw him being chased by the police. He goes, but I was being driven. Hello?
That was for you.
You the one that punched me in the face.
That was for you, Godfrey.
Yes, I want to let you know you were right the whole time.
Oh man.
Oh,
but you know that story is so cool because it flows into who you are as a person, especially as a storyteller. One of my favorite movies, love movies, that you're in is A United Kingdom. And I think the United Kingdom kind of encompasses all of that. Because it tells a story, especially when you're saying how, a lot of the stuff that is out there in the media tells us and reinforces to us that this is who we are, right? And it's not showing the good stuff, right? It's showing the drugs, the violence. This is who you are and this is what it means to be black. Right. But then when you see a story like A United Kingdom, which is a love story, but also a historical note, where you have this king, King Seretse Khama. Yeah. And I had never heard this story. This was never in any of my history book. Right. And here I'm thinking, because I'm a notebook fan, I'm thinking, ooh, a love story, African love story. I don't know that I'm about to get a historical lesson. I'm like, hell no, this ain't true. Right. Let me Google it real quick. Right. And I'm going, oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Here's a king that gets exiled from his country because he decides he wants to marry a white woman, but not only a white woman. And during that time of apartheid and how it reflected in nearby South Africa, and they're going, nah, we can't have that. Yeah. We can't have this joint next to us. What made you choose that story? And this is like, and I'm going, why wasn't this movie widely, like the fact that I caught this later in life and I didn't see it. I'm telling you, if you watch this, it will easily trump The Notebook as far as a love story.
Yeah.
The power of it and the history of it. It is like everything in one movie.
Yeah.
I'm going, yo, where was I? Why wasn't this pumped out there like that? It was a masterful performance, but a masterful storytelling.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah. I was very, very passionate about that one. It took us 7 years to get it made.
7 years?
7 years. Oh, yeah.
Why?
Just cause.
For the same reason that you caught it late. In relation to the power of these stories. You see, what I do as a storyteller, what those of us who recognize the power of it, when again it comes to representation, it's why in the administration we have in the White House right now, it's why they're going after books. It's why they're going after the extrication of certain history. It's why in my industry, there are certain stories that are now harder to tell because of the resurgence of a certain kind of prejudice, the certain kind of nationalism that is sweeping the West. And the curtailment of these stories is tied to their potency and power. What that representation means, what it means to have that knowledge. Knowledge is power. And if the power is the kind that makes you gravitate towards that which is not the chitlins, that's problematic in a world where white supremacy is a reality. So, the reason I wanted to play Seretse Khama is I'd come from a royal family. I'd never seen one depicted on film. An African,
right.
Whereby there's self-respect, there is elegance, there is love for one's country, where there is acumen, the kind of acumen that led Seretse Khama when diamonds were discovered in his country. And then they suddenly went, ooh, let's jump onto a country that they wouldn't even deem worthy of being a colony. They had it as a protectorate because there was nothing there. But the minute diamonds were found, they suddenly wanted to come in and be this, that, and the other. And he had the acumen to say, no, we are going to control our own diamonds and you are going to pay for them in the same way everyone else will. Unlike countries that were colonized, like Nigeria, where beyond independence, they had puppet politicians in place to continue to siphon out the resources, which is why we're still in the state that we are, in my opinion. It's why the richest country in the world, minerally speaking, the Congo, is the second poorest in the world. That is all down to Leopold. That is all down to
the worst dictator.
What the Belgians did, and those resources no longer being accessible. Now, Botswana has a different narrative because of what that man did. And there's a reason why his story being told would be problematic in a world whereby that's too powerful as a narrative.
Do you think because it wasn't available everywhere in theaters?
Yeah,
it's not.
And it was like a limited release. And was that done on purpose?
It's about what you value, right? And what you value, you platform. In Hollywood, there are actors who will get so many at-bats. Because they are valued. They represent inherent value. So we are going to push this come what may. There are films that the decision is made early. This is going to be a success. You see it in the marketing. You see it in the platforming. You see it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then there are things like a United Kingdom, which is let's see. Let's sit back and see. And then if it doesn't have outsized success instantaneously, it becomes an excuse to marginalize it. I will say as well, we had a website for a United Kingdom. Fox Searchlight put that film out. We had so many racist comments on the website that we had to take it down. Because of the amount of vitriol being expressed. I've had several films where before they've come out, whether it's bots or whether it's, trolls or whatever it is, who've come at the film and made it feel like it's problematic because they understand the power of it. So that's what it is.
It's just, I'm so blown away by that because, I'm not in it like you are, right. But I'm blown away that this is a story of a king who turns to become the first president of the country of Botswana.
Correct.
And he was forced out between the British and the British and
he was
South
exiled
Africa.
for 4 years from his own country.
Years.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away that that's not a story that was bigger than it. And it's a dope movie too. It's a dope movie, but it's actually.
I'm not blown away.
I wouldn't be surprised if that.
They do it all the time. Yeah. There's so many powerful movies that I've seen about our stories and stuff, and they don't show it. Limited series. Oh, here's an example. Let's go with Boondocks, which is
right.
Oh man, Carl Jones, phenomenal. Boondocks addressed so much stuff in cartoon.
Yeah.
No different than South Park. South Park goes in. They dog presidency, but these are white dudes. They can do 30 seasons of this.
Yeah.
Boondocks was addressing everything, and it was struggling to get the second season, struggling to get all the black animation gets canceled.
Yeah.
Gets canceled like that. Like Family Guy, Simpsons been running since 1835.
Over that old?
Over's old. Like, I think I'm 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. You like that?
Pretty good.
No, it's
true.
They get to run all day. And then Cleveland, who was the neighbor of, Family Guy, right?
Yeah.
Cleveland got his own show. And then the person voicing Cleveland is a white guy. First off, the black character. And it got canceled. We can't even have a cartoon?
No.
Right. This is a successful character on a successful show, and they canceled the black.
But so here's where
insane. So that's not surprising when they do that to movies.
Hollywood Hollywood is at this crazy point right now where, we're seeing, from the finances of it, it's going through this downturn, right? And it needs something different. It's been the same playbook for so long. And it's almost as like, people are like, we've seen this. It's the same repeat movie.
Yeah.
It's the same typical black characters, right? Like, it's almost as if Hollywood has this monolith idea of what black storytelling is, what storytelling is in general. And you would think it would be more inviting to be able to showcase other stories that are hidden. Like I heard you talk about the boxer, the British boxer who's a slave.
Bill Richmond, yeah.
Bill Richmond. Like that'd be a dope story. Like that'd be cool to have, a story like that and to see that because it's something new. Like those things invite, like watching that in today's time, you think about the resurgence. What was that one with the Prince, Meghan Markle? What was that, the show that she was on?
Suits?
Suits, yeah.
And how it had this resurgence. You would think that a movie like that would, like a United Kingdom would have a resurgence because people are hungry to find new and different types of things, or they would allow the development. Do you think Hollywood is going to move towards that way where they're going to have the development of different things
Godfrey's
outside?
laugh tells you everything.
I know.
No, they're not. Look, we all have our prejudices and biases. Here we are as 3 black men of African descent around puff, chin chin, and palm wine. Like there are other people who don't come from where we come from who will look at this and be like, "Ooh, what's?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would not have the engagement we have with this, and so that's fine. But the problem is we keep making stuff that is specific to us, that we value, and every single time it has to go through the lens, the gate, the prejudice, and bias of a white man. At some point.
Yeah.
And a white man who doesn't share our values, doesn't share our history, doesn't share our passion for the thing that we have made.
No.
That is inherently problematic.
Yes.
Because the reason I made A United Kingdom, the reason I made Queen of Cartway, the reason I spent 7 years trying to get Selma made, the reason I spent 10 years trying to get Bass Reeves made is because that is my prejudice, my bias. I loved cowboys growing up, so I wanted to see that. I couldn't understand why the only African-American the only American who has had a holiday named after him in the 20th century didn't have his own major motion picture. I couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand why I hadn't seen someone like Seretse Khama on film before. I didn't understand why I hadn't seen someone like Fiona Mutesi, who was a chess prodigy from the slums of Katwe, Uganda. I don't understand why my kids hadn't had the privilege of seeing that before. So you go to bat, you go, I'm going to kill myself to get this thing made. But every single one of those had to, at some point, go through the hurdle of convincing a white man that in power, that this is worthy of being made. And we got it there in the end, but how many times I have pain in my body tied to each and every one of those endeavors. It is brutal to be gaslit, to be second guessed, to be marginalized, to be alone whilst trying to get all of those stories told. And so I truly believe the only way to keep building in the direction that you're talking about is to figure out a different ecosystem. Hollywood is shrinking. I think that's an opportunity for filmmakers in the diaspora. That's why we started Mansa, our own streaming platform. It's why...
Were you scared to start your own streaming platform? Because
absolutely terrified. But ignorance is bliss. I didn't know that starting a tech company would be as tough as it was. But Nate Parker and I, you know, he's making brilliant films like Birth of a Nation and American Skin. I had directed a film called The Waterman. And, you know, we always have to take these things that we raised the money for. We did the writing. We're acting in them. We're corralling the people to come alongside us. You know, we're raising the millions of dollars to do it. And then at some point, you take that, you hand it over to someone who doesn't share your values, and you hope that they're going to do right by it. And almost always, not only do they not, they can't. Because it's like taking your child, putting it in someone else's home and expecting that person to do right by your child the way they would their own. It's not their child. The reason why a white actor will have that many at-bats before they finally get a success, and that becomes the narrative around why they're a star, is because they are a better looking, younger version of the person who put them on in the first place. Because that person is going, that's me. That's like my child. That's what I value. That's what I aspired to when I was a kid. So that actor is the embodiment of my aspiration when I was an assistant at CAA.
No, you don't understand. It's usually a personal.
Absolutely.
Remember, what did Gina tell you?
Absolutely.
What did Gina tell you?
Yes, sir.
When I auditioned for.
Oh yeah. He's a handsome. He's too much like a model. Like, cause you were supposed to be
a guy in a warehouse.
A guy in a warehouse. He doesn't fit the guy he doesn't look like what a guy in the warehouse.
What does that look like?
He doesn't get the part.
I can be in a warehouse. When you talk like, I remember NYPD Blue. Remember that? I read for the guy that shot a cop in the face. Right. And me growing up in Chicago, the most segregated city in the country. This is segregated. LA segregated, but no one has anything on Chicago. So cops, our thing with cops was like, and so I was in it because cops were with us all the time. So I'd be like, so I did I played the part. He said, why'd you shoot him in the face? I said, because I don't like cops. And I was being honest. And I got called back. They were like, yo, I got called back like 3 or 4 times. Then the last thing I said, so what's going on? He was like, they need you to be uglier. Huh? I say ugly. What does that have to do with anything? Guys like me, I don't know. I'm not walking around like I'm a supermodel. Guys like me and you, we get harassed by cops. I can feel this way. I have to look. It was crazy that I had to look like in your image of a black person has to be. Well, we all get with by cops.
You see, that reminds me of a story tied to a United Kingdom. So I was the only black producer on that one, and. Seretse Khama, you know, Botswana people, they would have these dried bugs that they would salt, and then they have it as a snack. That's a real thing that they would have. But in the script, as written by the white guy who wrote the script, he had that as the meet cute for Seretse Khama and Ruth Williams. They meet with him popping these bugs into his mouth and chewing them, and Ruth comes up to him and goes, oh, what's that you're eating? And go, oh, these are salted worms or whatever. And it always didn't sit right with me. And I was like, that's the way they meet. And all the other producers around me who were not black would say, "Oh, but it's funny. It's cute." And I always just thought, but I was alone. So it was a hard thing to push up against.
Yeah, because you feel like you're going up against the system, right?
Is it in my head or whatever?
Being hard to work with.
So we end up bringing in Amma Asante, who ended up
the
directing
director.
it,
Yep.
who's a black woman of Ghanaian descent. The first thing she brings up is when she goes, so guys, great project. This moment where Seretse meets Ruth and you have him eating these salted worms, I just don't think for a global story that's a love story, I just don't think that's the way we want to introduce this character. And they said the same thing, but it's cute, it's funny, they even said it's kind of exotic. I was like,
my God.
And she said such a brilliant thing. She said, well, let's just say this film had Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz in it.
Right.
Would you ever have a situation whereby Tom Cruise is eating salted bugs in the moment where they meet for the first time? And they literally went, no.
Man.
Wow.
Man.
It just came out.
Yeah,
It just came out. Like,
no.
Man, why would you ask that? Of course not.
We wouldn't do that. And it was so beautiful to have someone there for me to go, thank you. Thank you. It is, to your point, needs to be uglier. Needs to be uglier for us to relate to it, for it to feel authentic for us. That meet cute needs to be uglier. We need to denigrate it in some way in order for it to fit into our worldview.
There's no humanity. If they don't see you as a human being. Like sometimes when you talk to people, I guess because me being a stand-up comic, I really can tell people to kiss my. I go when he see me.
Right.
I go in for real. I go. You don't see us. We're the first humans on the planet.
Right.
How are we not seen as human beings when we knew how to be human before everybody first?
Right.
They came thousands of years after us, and all of a sudden we're not the human beings.
Right.
So when someone doesn't see, whenever I see rats in New York, right? You see rats in New York, and I know, and you see that? Yuck. Yeah. That's how they react to us. Right. You're like, ugh. But I know people who go, oh, it's just another animal. I have a friend who has pet rats. And she goes, no, they're cute. And she has them. But this is how they think of us.
Sorry, I was just like.
But a rat is just another animal. It really is just another animal looking for food. Yeah. And in our world, like, oh, it's a rodent, but it's really just an animal.
Right.
So it's the same way they look at rats. Rats are some of the smartest animals.
Right.
Smartest, most innovative. They're really smart. And so that's how, or sometimes you'll see a rat on the street dead, run over, and they'll go, good. Like when they shoot a kid, a black kid, good. It's the same mentality, like we're rodents.
You just effed me up with that one. I had never thought, because I'm going, I wouldn't do that if that was a dog. But I wouldn't do it if I saw like a bear or something. I mean, I'd run, but I mean, look at that. There's but we've been trained that they are.
Because it's the same thing. It's like, but it is an animal. It's just no different than a dog. Same, it's a mammal. Cat, but we've treated it, it's the same way they see us. When you don't see humanity in people, you come up with, let's do worms and how they meet. That's how they think of you. Yeah. You're not human, man. You're not human. And we're always fighting for humanity. Once humanity sets in, then they'll go, of course we'll do that. Of course we'll have a love story of this. And a lot of times, even when we have a love story, they got to be included in some kind of way.
And is that part of the goal for Mansa, for your streaming platform, to be able to change that and show the stories in the multitude in which we exist in the world?
It's to have a place where these stories, these mindsets, our prejudices and our passion are center and not peripheral. Yeah. Where it is a reflection of the global majority. It is a reflection of the reality of what the world beyond 13% of the globe's population, which is all that is white,
That's it.
That's it. 13%, which means 7% of the world's population are white men. So what are we doing?
Word.
What are we actually doing here? We are sold. You look at Africa on the map and it's the wrong size. You look at Great Britain on the map and it's too big. Like, images are political, and the only way you can reframe the narrative is to be in the driving seat of the perspective and the narrative and the pipes. Yeah. You have to have a distribution mechanism, because at the end of the day, that is the mechanism through which the narrative gets out into the world. And so that's what Mansa is for us. It's small, it's nascent, but it's ours. Yeah. And the perspective on there is ours. And the people who are on there, we value, and we are platforming them, and we are giving them a place where they are valued, as opposed to what every single one of us experience elsewhere, which is that you're thought of as charity. Yeah. Like, we made Queen of Cartway at Disney, and an executive there referred to the film as a brand deposit. I said,
"Oh, what?
What's a brand deposit?
What the hell is that?"
To my face, this person said, "The kind of film it's good for us to be seen making."
To make them look good.
Right.
Oh, that they made this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then they made that move. Then they made the, then they did, right after that, they did the white girl that can play chess. They copied it.
Queen Gambit.
Queen Gambit. I was, because as soon as they did, I said, that's the kid. They took it.
Right.
And I do it on stage. I go, "Oh, you guys think you slick?"
Right.
They did the African chick, and I do a whole joke about, you know, the African girl not having enough chess pieces.
Right.
Right. And then I put Samuel Jackson in. I'm just making. It goes, "You trying to play chess? Where the hell are your pieces?" I don't have it. A rock and a sock. Say, hell, you know. I said, they're gonna make the African girl not have no money and all.
Oh, so my gosh. Godfrey is a problem. I'm just gonna say it again. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it again.
Keep
Godfrey, I'm out here trying to get Queen of Cartway made. He has recast Sam Jackson as me.
I didn't ask you a goddamn thing. Say what again? You don't have enough chess pieces. Get your ass out of here. What the hell's wrong with you? You chess? Are you African? Are you African?
So not only can he not be my dad, he cannot run a studio. We do not want Godfrey anywhere near.
Ruckus Productions presents. Ruckus
Productions.
How about this? Ruffian Films. Films from the bush.
We must perform an intervention. If this starts brewing as an idea, I will come.
Me and Dave are going to be in a movie. Watch. I'll be his raggedy brother.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll be like, man, you need to go punch him in his face.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
But the Queen, as soon as I saw the white woman, that scene, I go, I was like, yo, get the hell out of here. It was like they copied.
No, but I think it's so deep, because in this trip that I was telling you guys to, you know, for me going to Nigeria and taking my family, I spent a lot of money, but I spent a lot of money because what I wanted to do was, and when you said that, something hit me deep inside. What I was really trying to do was erase what my kids, because growing up with a certain perspective, and I'll never forget, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I showed one of my kids a picture of a beautiful beach. I said, "This is Africa." "No, it's not."
Wow.
He immediately said, "No, it's not."
Wow.
I go, "Yes, it is." I said, "Look, that's not real." And I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't really said anything. I hadn't, like, you know, they had already had this belief from somewhere else that Africa could not be this beautiful beach. But had I said that this is somewhere in Europe, or had I said something else, they would have believed that, but they wouldn't have believed that this was a beautiful beach. And so what I tried to curate in this trip, and some, you know, I had family members like, "Oh, you're not giving them the real African." I was like, I have another plan.
Yeah.
I'm giving them, for this first trip, I'm showing them different things, stuff that is very close to what they've been here.
That's right.
Here in America.
That's right.
So when somebody goes to them and says, "Africa doesn't have this," like,
yes, it does. That's
yeah,
right.
I mean, we were in a house that was 36,000 square feet. They ain't never, that's the biggest house they ever been in was in Nigeria.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
it's so important, because it reminds me of when Queen of Cartway first came my way as a project, my kids had been with me on the set of Selma. They had seen me giving those speeches. They had seen me front and center in a film of that nature. The next film I did was Queen of Cartway. And I remember saying to my kids, my eldest son, who was 12 at the time, I remember saying, yeah, I'm going to do this film for Disney called Queen of Cartway. The first thing my son said to me was, oh, wow, Daddy, are you going to play the best friend?
Damn.
That was the first thing he said to me.
Friend.
Are you going to play the best friend? And I was like, hold on. What about me doing a film for Disney makes him immediately equate that I am going to be on the periphery of the narrative? And I went, oh my gosh. He has internalized, not unlike your kids in relation to what beautiful beaches look like. He had internalized that a film of that nature means Daddy is going to be an addendum, is going to be peripheral, is going to be on the side of the protagonist. And that is verbatim what he said to me. It hit me to my core, that reality. And to the point whereby when we were, because I came on board of Queen of Cartway and we were still kind of, working the script. And because I had come on board, Lupita Nyong'o had come on board. She just won the Oscar for 12 Years a Slave. And it centered this girl. They were still working on the script. And I could feel that after they cast me, it was starting to make my character more central. And I went, whoa. This girl is the center of the movie. We have to retain that because that I haven't seen before. I have not seen an 11-year-old dark-skinned African girl, the center of a movie where she is a genius in spite of where she's from. Let's not get pulled into, oh, David just did Selma, Lupita just did whatever. Let's really protect this here. And it was my son's voice reverberating in my ears because I had a daughter. I had 3 sons and then a daughter. And I was like, this is my love letter to her because I cannot have her growing up thinking that she is never central in a narrative. So that was very, very specifically a film that all of my energy was about. When I'm no longer on this earth, Zoe, that's the film you go look at to see how I think of you.
Wow. As you're speaking, it just makes me realize like film, media, music, it's all could be part of, or is brainwashing.
Yeah, of course.
Because it changes the way people see because if you don't have those things out there, those things on like social media, all of it is part of programming the mind. It's such a
But there's government policy using entertainment to distract. It's like sports. It's written where they go, sport. We use this to distract. Sports is used to distract.
It's the most powerful medium in the world.
It's very powerful.
I think.
Because most people are watching, if they're not at work, people are watching TV, movies. So what's the best way to get people? Look at YouTube. Commercials are on YouTube now. So how are we going to sell our product? Where's everybody watching? Oh, YouTube. That's why when you're watching or Tubi or whatever, they got commercials right in between that. You see, that's all facts. It's all what you're saying is it's a law. This has been in the 50s, bro.
But it's also one of the only places in modern life where you have space for nuance. Because in social media, with how quick you're in and out of something, with the United Kingdom or Queen of Cartway or even Bass Reeves, which to your point is now just gone on to Netflix. So that is about to have a resurgence for an audience. But you have, in that case, you have 8 episodes where you can really dig into a man who went from being enslaved to empowered, and the most arguably
that is,
I mean, just the most extraordinary lawman this country has probably ever seen, who some people think the Lone Ranger was based on his life.
Did you watch Lone Ranger? Because as a
I
kid,
did growing up.
We had to watch. Clayton Moore was the Lone Ranger with Jay Silverheels was his Tonto. Was the Indian. Tonto in Spanish means silly. Tonto means silly. In Spanish. So it was Jay Silverheels who was a real Native American. And we were like, "Hi-yo, Silver!" We watch it. And and then you find out Bass Reeves, it was based off a black dude,
Right.
the Lone Ranger, and they just made him. And the first cowboys were all black from what's his name? Oh God, steer wrestling.
Bill Pickett?
Bill Pickett, because they have a big statue of him in Dallas. He was the first to grab bulls by the ears. You have Deadwood Dick. You have all these great Nat Love.
You pitch Lawman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pitched?
How long did it take you?
We took it out for the first time in 2013.
Damn. That was the first time.
It was the first time.
Okay.
And
walk me through how did that process happen?
I was approached about playing him, and I had loved cowboys growing up.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I loved playing cowboys and Indians. Didn't realize at the point how problematic the Indians part of it was, because they were always the baddies.
Yeah.
And so when if you just Google Bass Reeves, the blurb on him alone, you go, that's a movie. Come to find out, Morgan Freeman had been trying to make this thing for decades, hadn't been able to get, and I was just like, that's impossible. How can that even be? So we were like, okay, let's try and make it as a TV series. And I was like, there's no way this isn't gonna sell. So we go out the first time. Every network, every cabler says, we're not doing that because no one's doing Westerns. Okay. So we let that rest for a minute. 2-3 years later, we think, you know what? I'm seeing a few Westerns popping up. So we go out again. Yeah, we're not going to do that because everyone's doing Westerns. I was like,
this is what they do, man. I'm telling you. This is what they do.
What the heck? Checkmate. When I talk about being gaslit, when I talk about being gaslit, by the time you've gone to the 12th studio and they've said the same thing, you're like, did these people call each other to say this is what we're now going to say?
Wow.
Then Taylor Sheridan has this huge success with Yellowstone and that whole thing.
1883,
yeah, 1883. So I hit up Taylor and I'm like, look, I have this thing I've been trying to get made. And he had the juice, because of the success. And we're going to call a spade here. George Floyd gets murdered. And there's a moment.
Shift.
Where
we're sorry. We're sorry. Make anything you want.
Yeah, right. Where it just opened
Everybody
the
was
aperture.
black. Superman was black.
Right.
Spider-Man's black. Everybody black.
For a moment.
Real quick.
And so that was the lens through which, without Taylor, without that cultural correction moment, that show
So if George Floyd
doesn't
get killed, rest in peace, it doesn't get murdered. George Floyd, Bass Reeves maybe doesn't.
I don't think. Look at the track record.
Yeah.
We went out twice.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. The pandemic was this moment where Yellowstone goes through the roof because we're all stuck at home. So the Western now becomes something everyone is gravitating towards. In the midst of that, George Floyd gets murdered. I don't think we have that cultural moment if we're not all sat at home contemplating our lives and why we're here and why we're isolated. And now you see a man being murdered for 8 to 9 minutes straight in a loop. When you're at home wondering if the world is over, which precipitates us going into a moment where we have more compassion than we ever would have done if we hadn't been sat down and sat at home internalizing and being reflective because we were all at home. It was a coalescence of a bunch of things that led to that moment happening. We had the same thing on Selma. I put on the weight to play that role twice.
Yeah, you did.
And the film went away.
Yeah.
Twice. Lee Daniels was the one who cast me in that film. People think Ava cast me in that film. No. I did a small film with Ava called Middle of Nowhere. Then I was cast in Selma by Lee Daniels. We couldn't get that film made. He was the 5th person who had tried to get that film made. I first read that script in 2007. No one could get the thing made. And when he cast me, I was like, I felt God had said, you were going to play this role. Lee was like, I just don't think it's going to happen. So we went off and did The Butler and the paperboy instead. While I'm doing the butler, I speak to Oprah about the fact that I have to get this film made. She goes, I will help you in any way I can. So when Lee's pivoted away, I go to the company and I say, it's got to be Ava DuVernay. She has just directed this film, Middle of Nowhere. She's just won Best Director for it. They were like, yeah, but that's a small movie. We can't have her in this. I was like, man, I think Tom Hooper just did a very small movie before you guys just had him do Les Mis. So, like,
you have to have that thing ready in the arm. Like, we have this example, so you can't tell, almost to prove or to get what you need to get done.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I have pain in my body
You have
over
pain
this stuff.
in your body.
You know, we then eventually they concede to bring Ava on. I have to go to Oprah to ask her to be a producer on this thing in order for it to get made. That thing doesn't get made if 12 Years a Slave didn't do what it did the year before. Because literally the head of the studio goes, well, I guess people do like this kind of stuff. We just had 12 Years a Slave. Okay, let's see.
Well, slavery, sure.
Right.
Well, everyone enjoys that.
Right. So that's the same thing as the civil rights movement. We'll take it. So we go on to make the movie. Now, to what you were saying earlier about humanity, that film and perspective. So when I had first read that script, Dr. King was not the lead in that movie. My son was right. Dr. King was on the periphery. That film was about Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson was the lead.
LBJ.
In that film. Dr. King was on the periphery, just lobbying for voting rights. The scenes were LBJ and Lady Bird, his wife, and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until Lee Daniels came on board that it shifted to place Dr. King more in the center. But it wasn't till Ava came on board that you had roles worthy of Tessa Thompson, Oprah Winfrey, Niecy Nash, Carmen Ejogo, Lorraine Toussaint, because she didn't just make it about the man, but about the movement. And the script, before she came along, had it just starting with Oprah's character, it wasn't Oprah at the time, going to do the questionnaire for voting rights.
Nope.
But what Ava recognized is what you said about humanity. So she added on this scene at the beginning, which was the bombing of the 4 little girls in the Birmingham church.
Yeah.
She put that scene in, and one of the producers, who doesn't look like us, said, why have you done this? She goes, well, because I want it to be not a political film, but a human, emotional film that is universal. He goes, but the film is about voting rights, not terrorism.
What in the hell?
What? She's like, no, we need to humanize these people for the audience before we take you into their plight.
That's right.
There were scenes that they wouldn't let her shoot, to the point where Oprah put $2.5 million of her own money in to get those scenes shot.
Damn. Right on, Oprah.
Because that's how much she prizes humanity. And that's that's what was needed to get it in there. It wasn't something that was deemed necessary for the film to do what it needed to do. So when I tell you that the only way this is going to work for us is for us to build ecosystems outside of this, because in that moment, Oprah demonstrated that. I have to come from without to get this done from within.
Because if she didn't have the resources to do that, they play the studio game saying, oh, we just can't, we can't make this.
It wouldn't be humanized. It wouldn't be humanized. The other thing that same producer wanted to take out is the moment where all the guys come together to Niecy Nash's character in the film, where we all just have breakfast together and we all just are just comrades as they were back then. And it was like, what is this scene? It doesn't move the plot forward. But this is where you get to see them as brothers. This is where you get to see that they were young men who just loved hanging out with each other, and they happened to have this thing that they had to go and deal with, which is the acquisition of their freedom. But you have to relate to them.
You have to relate to them. They had fun,
before you have them going out there doing the thing that enables you to distance yourself from them. Like, you have to humanize it. They wanted to take that scene out. Oprah paid for that scene.
God. Oprah also contributed to Malcolm X.
Correct.
From Spike Lee and Michael Jordan.
Correct.
Michael Jordan, Prince.
Correct.
Oprah.
That's
to
the
get
only way Spike
movie
could
made.
finish the film.
I used to go on the Oprah Winfrey show when I was in college because I'm from Chicago. So I would go on to Oprah. My friends worked there. So I went to see Malcolm X a couple weeks before it came out.
Right.
I was there with Spike Lee, Atala Shabazz, Betty Shabazz, Spike Lee. So Oprah took us on private buses. And I saw Malcolm X.
She is amazing. I'm just telling you.
And I always want to say this too. Common played James
Bevel. James Bevel.
That's my buddy's dad.
Oh wow.
Masavio. That's his father.
Wow.
James Bevel. He looks when I look up James Bevel, he looks exactly like my friend Masavia.
Wow.
And my friend Masavia say, "Did you see the Selma thing?" Yeah. He goes, Common playing my dad. I said, "What? What do you mean?" He said, "James Bevel. That's my father."
Wow.
And it's exactly. And then when I went to the Civil Rights Museum in Alabama, when I was having shows in Alabama and Birmingham, I went to the statue with the 4 girls. I went to the church where they bombed. I was there, and my friend's dad is in with Dr. King. I was like, that was heavy. Yeah, that's heavy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
And Common is a Chicago guy too. So.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, and we've seen that, the box office success, like, if you think about like The Butler, like you talked about, made for $30 million, but then, box office, $176+ million. The proof is there. The proof is there.
But let me tell you about that film. Like, we couldn't get that film made. And this is after I just got through the Selma thing with Lee. So we took that film to Cannes, sold 18 territories at $1 million a pop, had $18 million to make the film. That's not enough to make that film. That is like 6, 7 presidents. You got Oprah, you got Forrest Whitaker, you got Robin Williams, you got all this murderer's row of incredible actors. But we just went and made it independently. This is before the Weinstein Company picked it up. We did not have enough money to make that film. I'm on set, and the producers are like in the corner. Yeah, we'll take the 50. We'll take the 50. We'll take the 50,000. Yep. And you're like, are we okay? Like, a hurricane hits, we have to shut down. The insurance money from that hurricane is the only reason that film got completed. We didn't have the money.
Because the hurricane destroyed it.
Wiped out the sets. Damn. Lee Daniels directed it, and the hurricane was called Hurricane Lee. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So literally, and we made it for, I think, 25 million. Made, as you say, 176 million. But what happens every time is it overperformed. That's the terminology used. It's an anomaly.
Overperformed.
It overperformed. So Bass Reeves becomes the biggest show for Paramount Plus in that moment. Now, I love them at Paramount for making that, not them, but the industry goes, oh, well, that's anomalous. That's not the norm. So you just go, again, I go back to the pain in your body where you just go, I don't understand how many times we have to demonstrate that this is just good business.
That's all
it's just good business.
But it's this thing. It's this. In comedy, it's the same way, man.
Really?
Let me tell you something. There's so many mid-white comics, but they get 3 sitcoms, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
As a black comic, you gotta be super, 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 super funny. And if you're smart, they go, wait a minute.
Right.
We'll get the clown, we'll get the buffoon.
Yeah.
Before we get the smart, talking smart. Yeah, it's the same. So many mid comics, so many great black women comics that can't get just cause you're black.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But mid-white comics, I'm not saying they're not funny white comics, but they get everything. Oh, I'm on this, I'm right on that. I'm like, God damn, but you're trash on stage. And you're on, it's just reality, man. It's in it's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, when you even think about like mid comics, like you call them. Think about the greats, right, in every category. Your greatness. You said something when we first met, and you says you can't deny the greatness in front of us playing with the name, but you truly are. You truly are a great actor. What was your beginning? Like, how did you know, especially coming from a Nigerian household, we all know it. You only really had a couple of choices: lawyer, doctor, engineer, right? Like, so what did
cab driver,
ting you want to do?
I know. I wish my dad said that. He was like, "You want to be a jester?"
A jester.
A jester. Not to be the court jester for these people.
How did that happen for you? Like, when did you know you had this talent? Like, you're like, yo, this is where I want to go.
I didn't, because I was supposed to be the lawyer in the list of lawyer, doctor, engineer. I had got into a university to go do that. I had this amazing teacher who believed in me and literally accosted me outside of a train station one day after I had graduated high school and said, "David, I wouldn't say this to everyone, but you have what it takes to do this professionally." And she had been the one who had introduced me to the youth theater that I met my wife doing and where I'd caught the bug.
Yeah.
And so she helped me with my drama school applications. She helped me with my auditions. And then I got a scholarship to go to the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art.
Woo!
And so it was like, okay, the scholarship was the difference maker for my dad. Because he was like, "You want to go and be a what? An actor? Drama school. They have a school for that." And but daddy, I got a scholarship. Hey, scholarship. Hey. We are going to phone everybody at home and say, "David is a scholar."
Take shit out of it.
Yeah. Scholar. I was like, well, okay.
Scholar of something.
Okay. Whatever works for you, Daddy. Whatever works for you.
He took shit out of it.
Yeah. Scholar.
They have a school for drama.
Yeah.
And that's what gives you the reason why Nollywood is some of the worst actors on the planet. The first Nollywood movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's like watching your relatives.
Yeah.
I said I love you. The end.
The end.
This movie's called
Boy, my dad loved those movies. You know, I went to drama school, and then look, this amazingly beautiful thing happened. I ended up getting cast as Henry VI at the Royal Shakespeare Company. And so my dad had experienced a lot of racism in the UK in the 70s when he and my mom came over. There was not a world in which a black man, let alone his son, is playing the King of England.
Henry VI, yeah?
Henry VI. He came to watch that show the day the Prince of England came, or the Prince of Wales, the future King of England, Prince Charles, came to see the show.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right? And he came to see it on a day where we did Henry VI 1, 2, and 3, and on a Saturday we would do all 3 in a day. Oof. So my father, you know, this is not his thing. Sat through 12 hours of Shakespeare.
Jeez.
Hey.
With me in the center.
Hell yeah.
With the future King of England watching. And then that was the moment for him.
Right,
where he was like, oh,
okay.
Now I understand. To the point whereby we moved to LA after, you know, quite a bit of success. My dad used to drive a cab. And he would call me up and go, David! Are you in LA? and I'll be like, and he would have me on speaker, and I'd be like, Daddy, is someone in the car? Nobody's in the car. Nobody's in the car. Are you in Beverly Hills?
Oh, he was city flexing on everybody. He was sitting. When are you going to Manhattan?
This is my son on scholarship. Royal Academy of.
Did you call Prince Charles?
Charles, you was in the same room.
That's it. That's
the
it.
future king.
That's it.
That is so funny.
I know, but he became like
goodness.
my biggest fan.
That's so
proud.
You know, and man, I could cry just thinking about it. The things he got to see, that he got to see me. Yeah. He's passed away now, both my parents have. But that he got to see Selma.
Yeah.
You know, that he got to see that. You know, so you talk about greatness, you talk about how did I know, you know, it was a set of circumstances. There were these people who came along and advocated for me to go into an arena that I didn't know could be mine. I truly believe you cannot be what you cannot see. What I saw was Sidney Poitier and Denzel Washington.
doubt.
That was too far away.
Yeah.
But I had these all women. I had this woman called Susie Graham Adriani, who when I was a 15-year-old boy, cast me as the lead in a play that ended up being at the National Theatre. I had Jill Foster, who was the lady who accosted me outside of the train station. I had Oprah Winfrey come along and go, I see in you what I saw in myself 30 years ago. And I'm going to do for you what Sidney Poitier did for me.
And I know Sidney Poitier was big for Oprah.
Big.
Yeah.
And you know how that came about? We were playing mother and son in The Butler together. I was stood in the corner of a room. It was the party that was the beginning of the shoot. And I was feeling very lonely. I'd moved to the States and I had come out of theater where it's all about camaraderie and you just get your hands dirty with the play. Everyone is in service of the play, the audience. And I come to America and I was looking for community. And to be perfectly honest, I met a lot of African-American actors who, as I started to gain a bit of success, I could tell they felt threatened by my presence, by what I was being afforded that they felt they should be being afforded.
To them.
Oh, man.
And I was terrified because I had just now been afforded the opportunity to play Oprah Winfrey and Forrest Whitaker's son in The Butler. It was a very juicy role.
Yeah.
I stood there, Cuba Gooding's over there, Terrence Howard's over there, like all these actors. And I was just like, oh boy, am I gonna be okay? She saw me in the corner, came up to me and said, hi, I'm Oprah. I was like, yeah, I know. And she said, are you okay? I said, well, I'm a bit nervous about this film. And I told her what I just told you. And she went, I experienced exactly the same thing coming up in journalism. I experienced a lot of pushback from other Black female journalists who were threatened by any kind of success they saw me attaining. And they would say to me, to my face, you're too fat and you're too ugly to be successful in this arena. Who do you think you are?
Wow.
She was dealing with that. And then she crossed paths with Sidney Poitier and Quincy Jones. And I think it was Sidney Poitier primarily, but Quincy Jones as well, who talked about, and Sidney Poitier primarily talked about what he had coming from the Bahamas. And you know, again, actors being threatened by any kind of success he was being afforded, and how you just got to plow through that and do your thing. And so she was mentored and protected and advised by him, and she could see I was dealing with the same thing. And she has remained true to that from that day on. That is my go-to for advice. That is my go-to for...
Great. And
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah,
Just something, this just clicked in me.
yeah.
You've done the same thing.
I've tried to.
You more than tried to, because after we first met, you invited me to your home.
Right.
And you brought together a collection of just all of us hanging out, all the different actors. You know, it was just a community of Black actors and entertainers from different fields and walks of life. And we're just breaking bread. We had prayers in the house, and we had a moment just to kind of talk about whatever we wanted to talk about. And it was such a powerful moment because there's no ego. There was no, I mean, we're talking about notable names within the industry. And I'm having this full circle moment at that moment when Oprah approached you. You've now passed that same gift on to others, like bringing people together. So there isn't that, because now from that very moment that you invited us all, I now see some of the same brothers. And when I see them, oh yeah, what's up, what's up? And it was from your house that started, where it's connected, where we can, you know, have access and community, because sometimes we're so separate. We see each other from afar, but we don't know how to come within, and how, unless we cross paths, or sometimes we're all competing in our different ways. And what you did that night, that day, was so powerful. And I now kind of feel like I understand where some of that comes from.
Well, we started this conversation talking about Yoruba and Igbo and that fissure, that conflict. I'm a product of a Yoruba man and an Igbo woman coming together, and they didn't bring me up with all of that trauma and dysfunction and hatred. They brought me up in love. And this narrative around the silos that we inhabit as Black people, these Black British actors coming to take our roles, these, how African Americans feel like that. In the UK, a lot of the kids who bullied me were West Indian kids. So there was a West Indian, West African thing. And everything, in my opinion, that has kept Black people back from the ascent that we are worthy of has been this: Hutus, Tutsis, Igbos, Yorubas,
Rwanda,
Black Brits, African Americans. Ultimately, for me, we all want the same thing.
Period.
We all want to be front and center of our own lives, afforded the opportunity to scale and not fail.
Ooh, right
and,
on.
And if we link arms like Jewish people do, like Chinese people do.
Hell yeah.
Like if we do that rather than fixating on the fact that, we have a smaller piece of the pie. We do. And as a result, when a Black Brit gets that role, what we're talking about is not acting. We're not talking about the art of acting. We're talking about scarcity. We're talking about the fact that there's not much pie. So when someone gets it, it's like, you're now taking a piece that makes me feel like I can't access that piece.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that with white British actors in the Hollywood constellation, because the pie is vast.
So do you think like when Juski goes out there and he does that whole skit that's gone viral? It's funny.
Yeah.
Where he's the British guy, he goes out there. And does that kind of add fuel to the fire? Because I mean, it's a thing. You're starting to hear more and more of it.
Yeah.
And it's why we started 154. Like, it's to bring all of it. There's one continent, 54 countries, but really it's bigger. It's one diaspora that's centered around who we are as people. But yet there's these micro fractures of, but they're from the UK, or they're from, they're immigrants from Africa.
Yeah. My thing is, I have adopted the stance of I have to let my work do the talking. There's many things in the world that I don't like, that I don't agree with, but my answer to that,
to the Drewski
thing, is to start a streaming platform with an African American like Nate Parker. And for us to build something from a global perspective that is for African Americans, is for South Americans, it's for Black people in the diaspora, it's for people on the continent, it's for all of us.
That look like this.
As we call it a tent, we call it an umbrella. We call it a table that we're inviting everyone to. The best things that I've done with my career have been collaborations between me. For instance, I brought Ava onto Selma. People say, why did she cast him? I fought for her to be in that movie, to direct that movie, and then Oprah fought for both of us to get that movie made. When we did Bass Reeves, because the narrative around, are Black Brits better trained or whatever?
Yeah.
When we were doing Bass Reeves, there were names that they wanted to have in that show.
Yeah.
But and I'm not going to take all the credit for this, but I fought hard for this. Yeah. Lauren E. Banks, who plays my wife, Yale. Grantham Coleman, Juilliard. Joaquina Calacango, Juilliard. When we were doing that show, I wanted to create a show where you have the best of us that haven't yet populated the pipeline. People who, like Demi Singleton, Lonnie Chavis played the lead in the film I directed, The Waterman. He was in This Is Us. And then I put him center of my movie. African American, Demi Singleton, African American. Yeah. When we were doing Selma, I saw Lakeith Stanfield in a small film called Short Term 12. I went to Ava and said, this guy.
Yeah, Lakeith.
That was Lakeith's big film after Short Term 12. I saw Stephan James in a trailer for some football movie when I was in the movies. I went, that guy for John Lewis. That's who we need for John Lewis. Tessa Thompson came and auditioned to play Coretta as Scott King, which Carmen Ejogo ended up playing. Yeah. But Ava and I went, whoa.
Including everybody.
Right? We brought her in for Diane Nash. That's what happens when you collaborate rather than be focused on separation.
Right.
And so I think it's funny, that skit. Do I think it's helpful? I don't think it's helpful. But my answer to it is to continue to collaborate. Is to continue to demonstrate that actually, and it sounds corny, but we are way, way, way better and way, way, way more powerful together than we are apart. And I truly think so much of that mindset is born out of insecurity. You never see them coming after a Brit playing that kind of role when it's a failure. It's only when it's a success. If there's box office and if there's awards, then is the time where you go, oh, I want a piece of that. Well, let's collaborate. So that's why I get everyone to the house. Where we have those conversations. Andre Holland, brilliant actor, trained. Coleman Domingo, brilliant. I've seen that dude on stage. The success he's being afforded is absolutely warranted. It's the work. And these are my friends. These are the people I am constantly in collaboration with. African American, Black Brits. Now I'm really focused on Nigeria. Like this film we just took to Cannes, Clarissa. Clarissa is like Sophie Okonedo, Ayo Edebiri, who's grown up here, Tohib Jimo, Jude Akwadike, Danny Sapani, who's Ghanaian, the amazing girl from Queen Charlotte. You know, like we are from all over the place. It was the first time we were all in Nigeria together doing a film. Like Nikki Amuka Bird, who hadn't gone back since she was 5.
Is that when you were out in December?
Yeah, that's why I was in Nigeria. We were shooting Clarissa. Just took it to Cannes, 800 people.
Big.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing response. You know, two twin brothers, Nigerian brothers who directed that film. All the money raised in Nigeria. It's now being distributed by Neon. That's what happens.
That's right.
When we collaborate
together.
When we collaborate. So I don't subscribe. Like I say, what Drewski did was funny, but it's, to me, it's not true. It's not my lived experience. My lived experience is doing 3 films back to back with Coleman Domingo, is doing Lincoln with him, is doing The Butler with him, and then doing Selma with him. And learning from him. You know, is working with Andre Holland. Andre and I sitting down in a restaurant and he's going through what he's going through. And we are sharing tricks. How did you get your stuff made? And I'm sharing that with him. I'm now seeing him producing stuff. And that's the collaboration of a guy who was born in the UK of Nigerian descent now with this guy who's from Alabama. And that's what success. That's where everyone gets to eat.
It's man, because we're so damaged from African Americans, because us growing up in America, to Africans, to Caribbeans, just colonialism. It's the supremacy, man. That has trickled down and ruined us from colorism.
There's a design.
It's designed because we're all we got. And Dr. Henry Clark, the elder who I studied in college, I was very militant in college, but he said, we don't have any friends. And it's facts, we don't have them. So, and even when I would go see Minister Farrakhan, and I'd go see them live. I'm 18 years old, just going to see, but he would say, he goes, if we learn to pull our money together, all this division, and it's the truth, man. We're all we have, man.
And we're all we need.
Thank my man.
And we're all we need. That is real. Like the thing about Clarissa, the fact that we raised that money in Nigeria. Nigeria is rich beyond measure.
Thank you.
Like if we just went there where they value us, if these
$1 from each Nigerian.
And I tell you that because, like,
it's a wrap,
the very first time I ever EP'd a movie was with my good friend Nnamdi Asamoah. And he did Sylvie's Love with Tessa Thompson.
Great film.
I saw Nnamdi in Soldier's Play.
Soldier's Play.
David Allen Greer.
I EP'd, that movie.
You EP'd that?
Yes, I did.
Eugene Ash directed that, right? Who was at the house.
Yes. Absolutely. But no, it was, to me, it's just like to be able to invest invest in, and I didn't know that world. It can be very scary at high dollar amounts, you know, but you go, hey, I believe in you. This guy, not only a friend, former teammate, but it's like, I believe in you. And you look at the movie and looking at the process, or if it's like his other movie, you know, EP Knife, and going, but this is what it's supposed to be like. You know what I mean? It's like you're supposed to invest and create that system to where, you know, he can feel comfortable going, hey, I can depend on you. Can I count on you? Can I count on you? And we're all in. You know what I mean? Like, that's what to me,
but we gotta
like,
be
culture,
inclusive. You gotta,
because it happens, but we just have
to be inclusive.
We have to share more. Because I even keep that kind of information.
Because we are used to going, oh, I got it. Pull up the ladder.
Right.
We have to include. It's the same thing in the comedy and acting / people won't tell you about stuff.
I go back to the chitlins. Like, if you're getting some kind of sense of self from complaining about these people coming to take from you, for a moment, it feels good. You've scratched an itch of, and you have community around, these, but actually, what does that buy you? Doesn't buy you anything. You know, if there is, let's just entertain for a moment that these folks coming from the UK who are looking to tell these stories that are British, that are African, that are American. Let's just say they have something that them plus you equals one can only imagine. You know, when you look at Black Panther, it is Chadwick and it is Michael B, but it's also Daniel Kaluuya and Letitia Wright.
That's right.
That's what it looks like when it goes supernova. Ryan understands that. Ryan Coogler called me before he was about to make a Black Panther, because he knew I had connection to the culture that he was about to show in his film. And he humbly asked advice, because he needed me, I need him, Michael the same. Like, I was with Michael the other day. Those of us who get it, we are sharing in the way that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck and George Clooney and Brad Pitt. You think that success is based on them being silos? Absolutely not. They are sharing secrets. They are sharing strategy. They are sharing films with each other, which is what I tried to do with Bass Reeves, bringing in people who are like, you don't know them, but I do. Now, if you are telling me that how dare I spend 10 years trying to get Bass Reeves made? How dare I bring Ava DuVernay to come in and direct Selma and get that film? If that's what you're saying, think about that for a moment. Just think about what may not exist if you don't have people who are, dare I say it, built different. Like Ava is built different. Coleman is built different. Ryan is built different. There are people, Idris Elba is built different in relation to actually getting stuff made. Now, if you're going to begrudge that, rather than go, let me reach out and figure out what are Nate and David doing over there, and how do we? What is this diaspora embracing notion that you guys are talking about, as opposed to me now beginning to internalize some kind of ridiculous what do they call ADOS or whatever?
That's like traditional black.
But it proliferates.
Yeah, it does.
It proliferates. You look at what is happening with nationalism. You know, the rise of the Reform Party in the UK. You look at why we have some of the political circumstances we have here in America. It starts like this. It starts with people feeling empowered and gathering around negativity that gives them some kind of identity.
And the biggest threat to that, or the biggest fuel to that right now, is the algorithm.
Exactly.
Right? The algorithm is fueling it. It's fueling it.
And
it's doing it on so many different levels. Like, I really want to sign off, because it's happening in marriages. I know you've been married for a very long time, but I mean, there's just like, here you go. We're going to find your insecurity because it knows what you want. It's going to say, hey, you don't like these people over here? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And it's just feeding it, and it is becoming.
That's why I bring it up. Thank you so much for saying that. That's why I bring it up, because I watched the Drewski thing and laughed. But there is a subculture where that now becomes fuel to build a narrative. So you now have the next generation of aspiring actors and artists internalizing that mindset, and then we're further fractured because they're being super served that narrative through the algorithm.
Right.
And we're not going to win.
Yeah.
We're not going to win that way.
I don't know how you beat the algorithm. I really don't. And even to the arts of acting, AI is a massive threat. I just saw this one movie that they were just talking about, got made for like $2,000. It's all, Yeah, $2,000. And it was all AI, and it talks about like some of the war. I think it was either Ukraine or Palestine and Israel or something. It was something like one of these deep movies. And it was like, wait, $2,000? Like AI is making massive moves in your,
Sold for $3.
it sold for $3 million.
It's crazy.
Is there anything that can happen when we talk about collectively as entertainers we can do to stop AI? Or is it just going to be something that is ultimately going to replace human actors?
You can't stop it, and you don't want to stop it. Why?
Yeah.
Because it gives us an advantage.
What's the
the
advantage?
people who are most scared of AI is people who deem themselves supreme. Something has come along that may be more supreme than you in relation to the fact that you now feel you are subject to something else. The people who are not scared of AI? Africans. Because it's a leveler. It democratizes things in the sense that now access I didn't have before, I can have information, technology. I'm not saying it's all good, but I'm saying that if you have a unified mentality around a tool that helps you scale faster, it's the same thing that happened when in the film industry, you couldn't get a film made unless you had these film cameras, unless you had equipment that was prohibitively expensive. Now all I need is my phone.
Word.
That's a democratizer. So these content creators who, as we saw this weekend, are making films for little to no money and making millions of dollars at the box office, it's because technology has come along and democratized the process and taken power away from the gatekeepers.
That's right.
So the reason I've had the struggles I have had over the last 25 years of my career is the barrier to entry of finance and technology. Because those things are very, very difficult to access when you're marginalized. Now that you have technology that is a leveler, what you have to have is the right people in charge of the tools.
Yes.
If you are now on the African continent with a perspective that is about that continent and those people scaling in a way that is globally focused, that algorithm only churns out what it is fed.
That's right. Yeah.
It's about who's feeding it what.
That's right.
And so I don't fear it in that way. I think that there are jobs that are going to be lost, but I think there is an enormous amount that is going to be gained.
But you say feeding what you're feeding it, but it's also what we're feeding it. It's kind of this symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if we put something very powerful that you say right now, and we put on the caption, how to help unify all of us.
Yeah.
Right? That may not get 1 million views.
Right.
But if it says David Oyelowo says this is why black people suck or black people can't stay together.
Right.
Right. Right. So it's almost programming us to say we have to feed in for activity.
Right.
We have to feed into it. So we're actually the puppets, right? They have to feed into it to make it expand. And so it then causes this snowball effect.
Don't they use like keywords? Like if we're like unity, black unity, they'll go, nah.
Right.
Then if we go deaf and ignorant, then they'll go, yeah.
But you just said it. They.
Yeah.
Who's the they?
The people who control the social medias. Then
Correct.
Yes.
So we need our own. So I go back to Mansa. It's pipes.
Yeah.
It's pipes.
Yeah.
It's like who controls the pipes? So you got to build your own. Everything you're saying is about going through the lens of the they. All these films I'm talking about is going through a they.
Yeah.
We built our streaming platform for $12 million. You couldn't do that 10 years ago or 15 years ago without the technology that means that we now have a streaming platform that is in 8 countries. Brazil, Ghana, Nigeria, Mexico, the UK, you couldn't do that. There were too many barriers to entry in relation to finance.
And this is why you're saying technology now, like it levels all of that.
It democratizes
because I can be in my house in LA. My family can be in Nigeria, and we can watch. I was just watching on just the other night with Malik Yoba, the basketball on the short on the
baselines.
So we can all just go out there and watch it at the same time, and not have to worry about, hey, do they give you access to this film in this country versus that country?
So those are our pipes. And now we're building community around that. So now here's the slight difference. Is that, God willing, we still are able to make films and TV shows. Nuance. If you are able to get people to engage with a 2-hour movie or an 8-hour limited series or a series, you have time for nuance. It's here. The algorithm, the AI, all of that is here. It's not going anywhere. So it's a question of how you utilize it and who owns the pipes.
Fan base, Isaac Hayes III. Has fan base. It's its own. He raises his own money.
I'm very aware.
So I've downloaded it, and I've had, because he's a really smart dude, and I went and visited him in Atlanta because he got mad at me because I was talking with Amanda Seals. We're just on there going, okay, are you on Fanbase? I'm on Fanbase. I'm just a little confused. I don't know how to use it yet. There's so many parts to it. And so he thought I was dissing the site. The site. Go, dude, I downloaded it. I'm on it. I just don't get. You got to understand. I'm like not this tech freak. It's just like Instagram is just like bang, bang, and bang. That's what you got. Most people are dumb. You gotta, and they're intimidated by tech. You gotta make it user friendly.
Well, that's what Mansa is. I think because Mansa is the same way. It's not the same way in that way. It's different in that it's intuitive. You just pop on.
Very user friendly.
You gotta make, because people. It's almost like websites are almost too much now. If it's not on your phone, boom, boom. You need someone to go. There's the power. There's the that. You gotta think that way. And I want people to check out Fanbase with them, but I go, but you're really smart. Not everybody's thinking like you.
I agree.
That created. You gotta remember those guys. It's like when I tell somebody, go to my website, it's godfreylive.com. And they'd be like, okay, so what is Godfrey? I try to make it as simple, like godfreylive.com. They'll be like, you mean Godfrey comedian? No. Godfrey.
What does it have to be that guy?
.com. Okay, so it's okay. So, because you're a comedian, right?
Do you put the www there or not?
www.htppr. No.
Is it plural
Godfrey or not? and live, because I live. And put the dot. Then the com. Is it .org? Do I underscore? No. Godfrey.
Okay, is it backslash or forward slash?
No slashes. Just .com. And just press it. Godfrey Live. Even if you're just guessing it. Who is Godfrey?
I just imagine this guy in a vest, just sweating, just trying to. I got this. Give me a second. Hey, just give me a second.
Because people really are. You got to remember those people.
Ain't nobody really going to sites anymore. I feel
not really.
Everybody's just going to an app. Like I got a million apps on my phone.
But you want simplicity. For the average person, they just want stuff to be simple. And and I told him that, and I said, that's all it is. I'm not dissing. Why would I downloaded your shit. And he has his own platform. He says, you guys are going here, you're going there. I go, okay, fine. But make it simple for all of us, because we want to support you, dude.
And I mean,
fan base, it looks cool.
I've been involved in a little bit of some of that, and that stuff has cost a lot of money to get that thing to be user friendly.
It is.
There's a lot of technology. You got to go overseas to get people to come to engineer.
Well, you got to do that.
No, you're right.
Then they're both like.
You got to raise
you can waste a lot of money if you don't identify your audience and exactly how to access them. All our engineers are out of Africa. So where? Nigeria, Kenya.
Because Kenya is like the tech capital of Africa.
Yeah. Who have built our platform because we have always had the over 1 billion people in Africa as part of our mindset. That is ultimately who we want to serve. So to your point about it's not just user friendly, it's about specific. Like I have 4 kids. 2 of them speak Japanese, 1 of them speaks Korean, 2 of them speak French. Why? Because they're watching anime. 1 of them is listening to K-pop. And so they are interested in it and they are imbibing the cultural specificity of those countries and have decided to gravitate towards that. So that thing is being made for those people and then it's being imbibed globally because it's specific. So if you have a site, who is your audience? How do they interact with the thing that you're trying to sell them? And that's why some of these streaming platforms have gone to the continent and left, because we don't do subscription. We do like pay as you go. Like I get paid daily. Or maybe weekly. Monthly? Damn, you rich. You're getting paid monthly. So you can't be asking me for $5.99 to subscribe to whatever. So we have to build our platform to be more pay as you go than the subscription model. And that is also
that's really, really smart. And you're specific to the point of, because it's currently, and correct me if I'm wrong, all micro dramas right now.
No. We have films, we have series, we have fast channels on there. We're now scaling the micro dramas because that's the new independent film. Like, we are not going to have the next Ryan or Ava in the landscape that we are in, because the barrier to entry is still too high in relation to how much it costs to go and get an independent film made. So a microdrama you can make between $50,000 and $100,000. So we're literally going to make about 20 of them this year, and we're working with young people. We're doing 10 of them in Atlanta as we speak. Just wrapped on one on Friday, starting another one tomorrow. And these are young writers, directors, actors who are coming in who can't get a shot elsewhere, and they are going to be the ones.
So it's almost like farming. Like you're almost like farming the talent, and you get to see when they're, look at this one, and then they can go from making micro to making maybe a feature film into other things. So you get to see that kind of too as well,
cultivating that talent, so that, and what we're doing is that they will own a piece of the IP, so that if any of them breaks out, if it becomes a TV show or a film or whatever, they become participants in that, which is impossible with the streamers, because they take what you make and they own it. And they literally have the audacity to say in perpetuity across the universe. Like they slap you in the face across the universe. It says that in the contract. Just in case we get colonized by aliens, we own that as well. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
So if we find life in Mars and we move to Mars, like no, you can't play that in Mars. We own it in Mars as well.
Literally. It is insane. But so that's what we're trying to build.
So money, you know, this is something, you know, you see some of the big headlines. Box office, $1 billion, $200 million, actors getting paid a lot of money per film. You've been blessed to have a pretty good career. I'm not about to ask you how much money you make. How much money you got?
Some money?
How much money do you have?
How much are you making?
He's going back to it. So what do you have for me?
Big man. I meant to say, my oldest son, who's into anime, by the way, as well, speaks Japanese as well. So it's crazy that you said that. But he had to get back to America for his job. He's 24 years old. He can't be hanging out with mom and dad and his little siblings. And he had to leave on his own. I made sure he was, you know, because he wasn't accustomed to that. But he said, I got to the airport and the guy checked me through and everything was fine. And he goes, what do you have for me? And he was so confused. Because what do you have? He's like, I don't know you. He was genuinely, living in America his whole life.
Like he'd been propositioned by some auntie. I don't know you. I don't know you.
He goes, but he didn't even know. Who are you? He didn't even know he meant money. Like he was just like, what do you have?
Of course he didn't.
Like, do we know each other? Like, wait, what did I was supposed to bring something?
That's
but anyway,
what do you have for me?
But no, with all the success that you've had, and that's come with its, you know, financial perks, What have you learned about money? Because money is not something that is taught in the educational system. It's something that you learn after when it comes to investment, when it comes to your relationship with money. I know for me, going into the NFL, and it was the first time, I'm in college and then boom, I make it to the NFL. Is when you first come into money and, there's ego that sometimes can be attached to that. There's identity that can sometimes be attached to it. And then the more you make, the more you start to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Or if there's been a downturn, for me, there was a downturn, you get cut and you go, wait a second. So I'm going through this back and forth and I had to learn in real time. Is that the same for actors? You come into, success, money. Cause you always hear about the athletes. Athletes seem to be very, very vocal when it comes to their relationship with money. And a lot of times you get to see it in the cars and the jewelry and all that other stuff. What's that like for actors?
It is a tiny, tiny percentage of actors who actually make a living purely from being an actor. You want to know the definition of a successful actor?
Yeah.
Someone who that is the only way they actually make their money. That's a successful actor because I have done it for 27 years now. And I have primarily made my living from that. I have almost never had to go outside of that. Yeah. That's what success looks like. Not the outlandish, paychecks and things like that. But to your question about advice. So, in my journey as an actor, I have had the great fortune to intersect with some billionaires. So I had this moment where I decided, I think there were about 3 of them who I asked the same question, like, what's the thing for you that distinguishes you from everyone else who is not a billionaire? And they all said the exact same thing.
Which was?
Get out of debt.
Get out of debt.
Do everything you can to get out of debt as quickly as you can. And Oprah was the one who I'm going to quote in relation to this, where she was like, what debt does is it places you firmly on the ground in the rat race. The moment you are able to extricate yourself from debt, you shoot up 30,000 feet and you're able to look down and everything slows down. So you start making strategic choices as opposed to just reacting to what is buffeting you on any given day. And that's how you scale. You can't scale while you're in the melange of I've got to pay off my car, I've got to pay off the... So you go, okay, easy for you to say, you have the money to pay off your debt. She goes, no, I've been out of debt for over 30 years. I took my paycheck and I put it towards my mortgage. I overpaid my mortgage till it was gone. Why? What is mortgage? M-O-R-T.
Death something.
Death payment.
Right. More in French is death.
Yeah. Your mortgage, mort, is death.
Yeah.
It's a death payment. So till you die, it is designed to be something you are paying. That's the design. So getting rid of the death payment.
You didn't know? He got a house too. I got an apartment, brother. I got an apartment. Hello, everyone. I don't own a house. I'm gonna live long as hell.
Getting rid of the death payment is how you get to life.
Yeah.
That's how you get to life financially. Now, it's not easy to do. And I've now, thank the Lord, done it, but it was upon the advice of, I'm going to go without to get to life. I'm going to go without to overcome that death payment. And you eat less to get rid of that debt. The minute you get rid of that debt, I will never forget the feeling of paying off the mortgage. It is a feeling like no other. And we are programmed to think that is only accessible by the rich. If you're living within your means, if you have an apartment, not a house, Akbar, no. no.
Mansion. I have a compound.
Well, Akbar's wife's about to call me like, oh, I like my house.
We just got real comfortable.
Jesus, man.
But that's the best bit of advice I have
That's
been
powerful.
given.
That's really, really powerful.
Get out of debt.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been able to get out of debt because you're really good at acting, right? And it's been your primary job. The method acting, you know, you see and hear about so many different method actors and you hear about the processes. First off, is method acting, and when you embody somebody like a Martin Luther King, is that like riding a bike? Do you have that with you for like right now? Can you do Martin Luther King in his voice and his cadence? Because it's been what, 12 years or so?
You had to watch. You had to watch a lot of doctors.
Do you lose that, or does that stay with you in the characters that you take on? Does that stay with you like forever?
I couldn't do it for you right now. It doesn't stay with me, but that's by design, because I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a friend, I'm a person who, you know, to function, I've got to let that go. I can't be carrying that when I'm trying to be a good...
You can't be Dr. King. I said I want dinner and you are late.
No, I might not get there with you.
With the fish sticks, I can't believe that
You joke, but while I was playing Dr. King, we did
not tell you.
No, you didn't. I want you to know you didn't. I might not get there with you.
Listen, Godfrey, we were buying curtains.
Oh, no. Wait.
And my wife called me whether we should be going for the gray or the brown.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know about... Stop, David, stop. I know I'm not calling you Dr. King. David, we're not talking about the curtains till after the job is done.
She hung up with
Yo!
Damn right she hung up. Who wants to talk about curtains with Dr. King? That's crazy. And I did.
Did you know you were doing it?
No, I didn't know I was doing it. No, I didn't know I was doing it. What the hell? She was so terrible to me after I finished that. I put on all this weight. She was so supportive for the whole thing. I put on like 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
I gained these man boobs, the whole thing.
Damn.
We wrapped. I am in the bathroom brushing my teeth with no top on. She comes in.
Squeezing your titties.
And she goes, blah, 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 blah.
I know.
She goes, so what are we doing with these? Blah, 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 blah.
That's
I just wrapped.
Oh my goodness.
Give me a second. Just give me a second.
Some months.
Listen, when you're in your late 30s,
like 30 pounds,
it
right?
takes 6 months to get rid of that.
You put on what, 30 pounds, right?
Yeah.
That's not a game.
It was.
So you had to be.
It was rough. It was rough. But to your question, Akbar, about the method acting, I don't call it that.
Yeah.
Because it's become a bit divisive. It's become,
really?
Yeah. You know, you have
different
actors,
styles.
You have actors who've gotten a bad rap because they're just doing the work. For me, it's like, what does that character ask of you?
Yeah.
I had the enormous blessing of being in The Last King of Scotland with Forrest Whitaker.
I remember that. You were the doctor. That was awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome.
But I saw the price of playing that role that Forrest Whitaker was playing. I saw the price of it.
What was the price?
He stayed in character the whole time. Why? Because a character that different to him, you cannot afford to lose access to the character. Because on set, some people are being jovial. You got someone putting a brush on your face to kind of do the makeup. You got a guy trying to do your mic. You've got all these, look at where we are now. You've got all of that going on. If you keep on letting go of someone who is antithetical to who you are. You're playing a Ugandan dictator. You're African American. You're a soft-spoken, gentle giant of a human being. You're playing Idi Amin. And you think from 1 minute to the next, you're just going to flip into that and be truthful for the whole take. It's almost impossible to do that. I saw the same thing with Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know, like, walking on that set was like seeing him was like entering a time machine because of what was going on around him in terms of atmosphere. So I had the privilege of seeing that with him.
That's insane.
Seeing that with Daniel Day-Lewis. That's the price you have to pay. I was shooting Selma in Atlanta with people who had marched with him.
That's insane.
John Lewis came to watch me doing speeches.
Get in trouble. Good trouble.
Right. You can't.
Are you doing something? You doing something?
No. That was, I wasn't trying to do it. I can't. I couldn't do the John Lewis. But go ahead. But yeah.
Godfrey's being naughty. Stop it. I can see.
No, because
I can see. I can see when it's brewing now.
You say it. You can see it now, right?
He'll go,
yeah. See, I saw it like about 30 seconds ago.
Akbar would be like, I see it. I know the light. I know what you're about to impersonate because you did this thing with your head.
Let me help you. with this podcast.
Okay.
So this is
help.
Godfrey's tell when he's about to come at you.
What the? So he's like, that's how he's looking at me? Right?
I'm like this. He's like,
that's how he's looking
and then,
I'm like, he's ready to get on me.
I'm like this. Tell him. Do your invitation, man.
Yeah.
Man, you good at that.
Lay it up real good. He
said John Lewis, and it took me to good trouble.
No, Akbar.
Get in trouble. Get in good trouble.
Go on.
That was it.
Look, all you have to do, you're gonna have to develop your peripheral vision.
Okay.
Just do a quick to the look like that, and if you see him going, that's how you know.
Well, I want to take you back real quick. I'm going to take you back to Nigeria.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
I want to like authentic Nigerian food.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you had your favorite, but we have our favorite chef right now, Chef Timmy, about to bring you some authentic.
Wait till you see this.
Hey.
Does that that's akara? Hey, my goodness, I haven't had that in so long. Hey. Akara.
When
I'm pop.
Hey. Nigeria Kwenu.
Okay, hold on. What do we have here? What's going on here?
Yeah.
We need the forks and the. We just okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, that's what
Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Officially welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The interview has been great. You're having we all grew up on pap and akara.
Yes.
So it's a big staple with us. You have the pap and the agave to sweeten it.
Yes.
You also have a sweet and spicy sauce to go with the akara.
Okay.
What is this one?
It's pap.
I've never had this before.
Really?
It's ogi.
Ogi.
I used to have a sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
We used to put sugar
But it
in
would
it.
smell though.
It smelled the whole house.
Yeah.
It smelled the whole house.
You want ogi? I'm like,
You'd put
I need a spoon.
sugar in it.
Oh, you have a spoon right now.
Man, see how bougie we are? We're putting agave.
I got instead of just the raw sugar, right?
I know.
I said you don't do a lot of sweets, so I said agave.
We have to eat healthy.
Oh, look at that.
We're very intentional here.
I love it.
We had to keep your figure.
It would be that refined to the nth of it, like white sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys enjoy, but whenever you have a taste for some
tell
good food,
him about your kitchen.
yeah.
You have to give me a
Let me
minute.
recover.
You have to
Okay,
give
let him
me
recover.
a minute.
Let him
That
recover.
just took me back to my youth. Oh my gosh, it is perfect.
That's the plan.
Oh my. Okay, let's try this akara. Okay.
Akara.
If it's hot, these things are usually warm as hell.
Yes, sir.
With that sauce as well.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè.
he's staying a player.
We love it.
He's staying a player. Oh wow.
Yo.
Yeah.
That is so good.
So whenever you want some nostalgia,
Oh my gosh.
we're downtown.
So good.
Oh.
The peppers.
Oh my
When's the last
goodness.
time you had this?
For years. Not akara. I've had moi moi. But not akara and not pap. For
I haven't had that since I was a
not
kid.
ogi.
Happy to bring memories back.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I remember because the smell. You'd be like this,
Man, I used to
but,
be
it
like,
tastes so good though.
That
Tastes so
ogi
good.
was-
How come I don't smell the smell anymore? Did they get rid of it?
No, I mean, it's processed now. So, the smell is usually to take away the fermentation because it has to ferment first. So once you're able to
fermented,
take the
alright.
water and take everything out, the smell kind of goes down.
Because I was like,
the African cream of wheat.
What is it made of? I don't even know.
Good.
It's corn.
It's corn?
Yeah, it's made from corn. So they mill the corn and then let it ferment for a little bit. Then it gives you that
My
little bit
mother
of
would
sour
just make
taste
it
and
and it
stuff.
would take forever.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we
It's a
couldn't be
process.
we weren't allowed in the kitchen. Only my sister.
What day of the
I'd
week,
be like, how do you
what day of
make
the week
that?
does this remind you of? For me, it's Saturday.
I was gonna say Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Cartoons.
This is what this reminds me of. This the first thing that just came to my head was Saturday morning.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll let
Yeah,
you
man.
fellas enjoy.
But this doesn't feel like, it doesn't have that overly fried thing. How have you done that? Why is it fluffier than it feels?
I'll have to charge you to tell you my favorite.
We're supposed to share information. You just talk about
Now you want to separate. I talked about Andre Holland, Oman Domingo, Ned Parker. And all you can say, you're going to hide the
They're
secret.
gonna hide it. We were
I
just
talked about the Jewish
just
people.
heard us talk about unity for 3 hours.
This is why we will not
And here
progress.
you come. No one's coming
This
in.
is why we will not progress.
But they don't share their
This is
secrets on camera.
What is your name?
Share. We were
Hey!
They don't
just
share the
talking
secret on
about
camera. No, I'll give you
don't
the secret
off
after
camera.
the fact. Yeah,
Okay.
off camera.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He was
I'll
like
let
this.
you guys
I
enjoy.
can't share it.
Man.
Didn't you learn anything from this long
I
ass
mean,
interview?
we've been here for like 2 hours.
Right,
talking
right.
about-
I can't tell you
Let
how
you
to
guys
make
enjoy.
it.
This is amazing.
We'll talk some.
Mom and Dad, they had a chance to meet Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, I did this film called Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher. I like
yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Reacher. That was dope.
Which is, but I'll never forget the day I told my dad. So he was driving someone in the cab. I said, Daddy, I've got this film called Jack Reacher. It's with Tom Cruise. And he goes, Tom Cruise? Who is Tom Cruise? I was like, oh my gosh. Like the biggest name I have ever worked with.
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't know who Tom Cruise was. Comes to the premiere. And you know that I don't know if your parents ever did this to you, but like anyone who is in some kind of capacity of employment or who has helped the child, they would treat this person like he's the head teacher.
Yeah, right.
It went up to Tom Cruise at the premiere and goes,
No.
we just praise God. Thank you so much for looking after David.
This is something else.
Thank you for nurturing and cultivating, accommodating our boy. Hey! Tom, we are blessed. And God is in control. I mean, like,
Yo.
Daddy, I'm dying. Like, why?
You must have been sweating.
I was just like, this is
Embarrassing.
What did Tom do?
is
Like,
Tom is, to this day, he will say, great family. You got a great family. You got a great family. Great family.
That's Tom. That's Tom, too.
Like, hi, Tom. Great family.
Great family. I'll never forget. I don't know why your dad was praying to me and thanking me. And I don't know why.
Love them. Love your
Like this.
dad.
Yes.
Love your mom. Great family.
That is a great
That's
story.
that Scientology energy.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
my
Tom is
goodness.
always
Yeah.
good to
Did
people.
you ever you had some good memories with him on set? You have a favorite one?
I talked about Daniel Day-Lewis, but I had this crazy situation, right, where I shot Lincoln and Jack Reacher at the same time. Which,
Crazy.
What do you mean at the same time?
Let me explain. So, I get Jack Reacher, and I'm gonna do that film, and then Spielberg meets me for Lincoln. And I'm like, the dates
insane.
are tricky. I don't know if it's gonna work. Tom, Spielberg is like, I know Tom. We'll figure out the dates. High level conversations way above me happen.
Right.
Somehow it's happening where I can do both.
Nice.
So I'm shooting Jack Reacher in Pittsburgh. Then they've carved out these dates for me to go and be in Virginia to go shoot Lincoln. So I'm on set with my hero, Daniel Day-Lewis and Spielberg.
Damn.
The first AD calls from Jack Reacher and goes, Tom's really excited. He's really excited about the car chase tonight. Excuse me, what? I am in Virginia, I'm in a different state doing Lincoln, but Tom's excited.
Great family.
Great family.
Great family.
Great family.
Great family, man. I'm going to see you, right, tonight?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to be the one saying to Spielberg that I can't be here tonight because...
Right.
Anyway, so I'm like, call me again. So, Tom's excited. What does that mean? I am not going to be the one to explain this. He says, okay, let me make some calls. Turns out Tom calls Spielberg. The next thing I know, I am on a jet.
Damn.
From Virginia to Pittsburgh to do the scene with Tom. So.
A jet.
I had
Was it the Maverick jet?
I shot.
Did you fly into the danger
He flew it himself.
zone?
Yeah.
Highway to the danger zone. Excited. Right now. Iceman, let's go. Get him now for my scene.
That is exactly how it played out, by the way. So I shoot. I do a night scene.
Okay.
I do a day scene with Daniel Day-Lewis and Spielberg. I get on a jet.
Insane.
And then I do a night scene.
Sick, man.
With Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie. I have 24 hours where I go from the actor's actor, Daniel Day-Lewis, to the movie star's movie star,
That's
Tom
sick, man.
Cruise. I remember going to bed after this 24 hours and waking up going,
what the hell?
that happened.
That happened.
That actually happened.
You didn't sleep.
How could you?
24 hours. I have to sleep now. I'm a working man. I shot all day with one person and
Was
then
Tom
the other.
hyped when you got there?
Oh, he was excited. He was definitely.
You know, I'm doing my own stunts, right? I'm doing my own stunts. Explosions. I'm on fire.
Let me put an addendum to this story. I'm going to put an addendum to this story. So we're doing this car chase.
Yeah.
And I'm sat.
It's like a movie in itself.
I'm sat.
I know this is a movie in itself.
Literally, I'm sat with the stunt guy, watching Tom, who's gonna come. So the idea was, myself and Tom, we come into a sliding skid next to each other like that. So we both go,
Right.
boom, like that.
Yeah.
Tom does all of his own driving. I had been learning to do this thing for weeks. So because of the way they were going to shoot it, they want us both zooming into each other and coming to this stop. I'm with now his is more extreme than mine for obvious reasons. I'm stood with one of the stunt guys. Tom is practicing this stunt with a cone. They have decided because it looks cooler, they're going to do a wet down. So they wet down the street.
Oh.
So I'm watching with the stunt guy next to me. Tom crashes into the cone 12 times. The cone is me,
Right.
by the way.
Right.
I turn to the stunt guy and I go, would you do this? The stunt guy goes, no.
Oh, damn.
He goes, no. I was like, excuse me, what? So I'm doing this.
You're not excited.
But Tom is. But Tom is excited. So miraculously, they take some of the wet dries off. It was too wet when he was doing the thing. So we start. So what you do is you start with a lower speed to build up to it. So he's nailing it every time. We get to this one take.
Here we go.
Where I come in to stop, and I have this stoic look on my face. Each time I hit the look, bam, blue steel, I'm right there. Tom always has that look. Tom comes in, swerves the car, hits the handbrake, and he has the look, and then all of a sudden he goes from this to... And I'm like, whoa! Why did your expression change? Bang! The car, his car just hits the front of my car, and he's gone from to like that.
Get ready.
Hose it. I see my tail light go poof, like that. Cut! I think we got it, guys. I think we got it. I think we got it, guys. I think we got it, guys. And that is the shot that's used in the film.
Awesome.
Of like, it's just like, poof, like that. And then Chris McQuarrie goes to me, for a split second, I just saw your wife in widow's weeds. So we're not doing that again. I was like, my
Were you in like protective stuff? No, you were just
we were protected and all of that stuff. But it's still
still like no
coming
you're
at
doing
you.
you're doing the stunt.
And it's Tom Cruise and it's the whole thing. But there is a picture of myself, Tom Cruise, Chris McQuarrie at the end of that stunt, and we were like, it's just like the adrenaline of the whole thing. And that is that guy, man. I've never worked with anyone as dedicated, to your question, to the filmmaking process as Tom Cruise, and as enthusiastic about it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. He is just so excited about making.
He's an OG legend.
It's infectious. It's just infectious.
That's dope.
And he gave me the best piece of advice I've been given about that has led me to where I am currently in terms of what I'm building. He had just done Mission Impossible 4. And at the time, it was the most successful in the franchise. And we were sitting on a pair of wooden boxes between takes. And I said, how have you done this? 30 years.
Yeah, straight heat.
No break.
None.
As a bona fide movie star. Like there was not a moment where you're like, it's on the slide. Like 30 years as a bona fide movie star. And he said, from the first film I did, which is a film called Taps. He said, I went to visit every department to figure out what they did to understand the business. And from that moment on, I decided what I'm going to do is create my own opportunities. And so he said to me, my advice to you, David, and he said these 3 words, create, create, create. That is how you do it. That is how I've achieved what I've achieved. Every movie I have done since that movie, I had a hand in its creation. And then I thought, and I started thinking about all these films that he is a producer on, and he somehow managed to, and that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So despite everything I've said about how difficult it is to get stuff made, when I heard him say that, I was like, well, listen, if that's the secret sauce for him, I can do that. Because I don't like sitting by the phone.
Yeah,
I don't like
waiting for that opportunity.
My fate being in the hands of anyone else.
Yeah.
So if that's what's done it for him, I'll put in those 7 years for Selma or for a United Kingdom or those 10 years for Basri's, because that's how you have longevity. That's how you get to be in the driving seat of your own story, as a creative person, as opposed to let me just be a cog in someone else's wheel. So, I'm deeply grateful to him for that.
That's dope. Wow. A couple more questions. I know we've had you here for a minute now.
That's all right.
Your mom, she had a reaction seeing you kissing on screen.
Man.
What was that? What did she say to you when she
Before the on-screen thing, I did a play called A Taste of Honey that my mom came to see me in. So she is sat. And the other thing is, don't come to a play and then be in full Bubani role, like in the full Nigerian gear. Like, the spotlight's on me, mommy, for once. Just don't wear that outfit. She's there in the full coat. So, okay, she's there.
Sitting up front.
Sing before the play starts.
I know. So she sat in the front row, and I have a scene with this actress where we have to kiss. And then all of a sudden I hear, put her down.
Wait.
I'm like,
what?
Put her down. Tokumbo, put her down. Put her down. Is that my mom? You are a married man. Put her down.
In the middle of a play.
In the middle of the play.
Wow, that's
in the middle
gangster.
of the play. No, this is in the middle of the play.
Wow.
Put her down.
Put her down.
we finished the play. I see her afterwards. I was like, hi, mommy. I did not like this play. I did not like this play. Does Jessica know you are kissing this woman every night? I was like, mommy, I am playing a character. A character. A character.
That is a Nigerian mother for you right there. Sure, you're playing character.
Can't make this up.
It's like, put her down in the thing. She comes to see Red Tails.
Yeah.
My character dies in Red Tails. I don't like this film. Mommy, we're still in the auditorium, like, but you're at the premiere. You didn't tell me you die. Which mother wants to see his son die? Eh? Who wants to see their son die? I was like, Mommy, I'm right here. Yeah. I'm right here. I made it. I'm good. I'm good. I do not like this film. I do not like this film at all. You know, so it's like she could not make
separate reality.
No.
Oh man. Last question, and you probably get this a lot in regards to the whole James Bond, but you know, you play James Bond in audio.
Yes.
Would you want to play him in the film?
Hell yeah.
I've heard Idris' name as a black, you know, James Bond, and then there's David. Or Tokumbo. Is that something that interests you? I know it's an iconic, you know, name and people understand that, and like, are you interested in it? Are you interested in that? Because you've done Henry VI.
Yeah.
Is James Bond something you see yourself doing?
Oh, I mean, look, it depends on the version they're trying to do. Like, that character, historically, super problematic. Like, he's a misogynist. He's...
Sean Connery was smacking women.
Yeah, you know, he's a...
Goldfinger!
He's not going to do the theme song if I'm playing it. Is that your Shirley Bassey?
She's half Nigerian.
She is.
She's from Cardiff. Cardiff. I read about
Welsh.
Cardiff, London. She's like 85 now, but she's like half Nigerian.
She's amazing.
And that area, have you ever been to Cardiff?
Yeah. I've been to Wales.
Okay. It was interesting. I was reading about how all the different types of groups of people lived in that area in the 50s. It's crazy.
No, it's an amazing history. I mean, look, for me, it would depend on the version of it. I don't think anyone's checking for me to play, you know, Bond. Denis Villeneuve, who's going to direct it. I just don't see that that's what they're going to do with it. But the thing that because I've been being asked that question for years since Daniel Craig cycled out of it. The thing that illustrates to me, no one was saying that about any black actor before Daniel Craig came along. In the eras beyond that, there was no conversation about that. I think that shows a cultural shift. The audience want that kind of representation. They're ready for it. You have actors like Idris who are out in the ether where you go, I'd watch that guy doing that.
Yeah.
And that's why, for me, we've got to create our own. Yeah. Like, what's our version of that?
James Bond.
That doesn't come with all of that.
Bail Bond?
Bail? Did you say Bail Bond?
Bond. Bail Bond.
Oh, Godfrey.
That's a good
I just got out of jail. Now I'm a spy.
You're putting us right back in there. Like, that one would get greenlit. That one would get greenlit.
That would get greenlit.
That would get greenlit.
By who?
Bond? Yeah.
By who? By Ruckus Production.
It'll be Medea. Honey, I saw Bail Bond. Yes, I'm gonna do some spying with you. Come on, I'm coming with you.
Godfrey must never run a studio. That's all I'm saying. We're just gonna keep
Ruckus Films.
Ruckus Films.
Bail Bond. That should be
Jay.
That should be a part of your next set.
Strike the pose.
That should be a part of your next set.
Strike the pose, Godfrey.
Bond. Bond.
Did it? You know how he walks in the little zero part? You know, in the hole where he turns his gun? I'll be like,
oh my gosh. I would pay to see that. But I just think it shows that there's an appetite for it. And you know, so I welcome the conversation and I welcome the fact that that's something to go create.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to Idris all the time because we're trying to get this things fall apart off the ground. That
Hey,
exactly. So, we're in conversation a lot about what we're trying to do. And I think the fact that people are talking about wanting to see us in that way is something
well, we make money, because they would say there was a time where they would say, black people don't make money. They don't, and it's such bull.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look at Michael Jackson's at $1 billion. That's going to keep going.
Yeah.
But you have Sinners, you got Creed, you got just all the black movies that are, even Black Panther. When I was in Saudi, I was performing in Saudi. That was the only movie they let in.
Right.
Was Black Panther.
Right.
I was like, God. And so we make money. Black American culture is the top culture in the world.
Yeah.
How are we not making money when Koreans are doing K-pop, which is black boy band stuff?
Yeah.
You got rappers in China, in Russia. When I was in Russia, rappers in Russia, I go black in India. They're copying black all the time.
Yeah.
We sell.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, the humanity has to show up.
Yeah.
And there's humanity in a different way for you, because you've taken, to whom much is given, much is required. I want to end on this because I think it's really important. You do a lot of good work. I mean, you started a foundation and scholarship after the 2014 the kidnappings.
Yeah, the Bring Back Our Girls.
The Bring Back Our
Chibok Girls.
Yeah, Chibok Girls. And you've created a lot of awareness around that, but also helping to bring money and to give people opportunities. What led you to that, and what's the goal moving forward?
Yeah, so when those girls were kidnapped, and someone told me Boko Haram literally means something like Western education is evil, but they were targeting girls specifically. Look, as much as we love our country, Nigeria, it's a very patriarchal society, and I truly believe the way that the world is a better place is to have more women in leadership.
No
I just do. I think God's design of humanity relies on both sexes working symbiotically, and when it's all male-led, the characteristics we have skew things in a way that I don't think benefits humanity. There's something women bring that is a balance and is absolutely needed. And if you deny them education, then they don't get to fulfill those leadership roles. So, my own drop in the ocean, drop in the bucket, whatever you want to call it, was to start this leadership scholarship. It was inspired by Oprah and the leadership scholarship, or the leadership academy she has for girls in South Africa.
Yep.
Because I went there while I was shooting Queen of Cartway, and 300 girls in what I just saw was this incubator for greatness. And I thought, wow, that is so powerful. How can I do that in my country, in Nigeria? And so we started with 6 girls that came out of the Chibok. All of them had been kidnapped. Some of them had seen their family members murdered, burnt in front of them. They were coming out of terrible, terrible degradation. And we took them out of that situation, paid for all of their education, and we are now at 50 girls who, over the 10 years that we've been doing it, and we've decided to take a sort of crawl, walk, run approach, which is, let's not just try and get hundreds of girls without understanding what these girls actually need, because there's a mental health component that we had to solve for. There's a menstrual health component that we didn't know that would be a part of this. So we worked with the Archwell Foundation, Harry and Meghan Markle's foundation. They provide the menstrual health staff for our David Oyelowo Leadership Scholarship for Girls. Myself and Chiwetel Ejiofor are partnered in that. His family's, one of the schools we have our girls at is the Brightland Academy that his mom runs. So I was there 18 months ago, and we had an art summit where all the girls came from Jos, Ibadan, Abuja, all to Enugu. So we have four schools in those states. Wow. And they all came from an art summit. So we're at his family's school in Brightland Academy. And so we're looking to scale and scale and scale. We just got a grant from the Gates Foundation that is going to help us to get into triple digits of girls.
Bill Gates,
where I know, but we'll take the money. We'll take the money.
Good. I just hope he's just doing that good stuff.
The Gates Foundation.
The Gates Foundation.
And so it's something I'm very, very passionate about. And whether it's the films I make, the TV I make, this philanthropic side, it's all about how we scale.
That's
It's
right.
all about how we take our rightful place on the global stage. I think slavery, colonialism, these are incredibly detrimental things that happened to us as a people historically, and we're still in a process of recovery from that.
Yeah.
And so everything I'm looking to do is to take back ground, whether it's us collaborating or us, how we project ourselves into the
Breaking
world,
the cycle.
or how we solve for things that are fundamentally broken. It's all about that for me.
My mom used to always pray this: may God go before you, behind you, and with you. We really, really appreciate you. I love everything about you, from the actor to the man, and to everything you're doing philanthropically for not only Nigeria, but for humanity. So I want to say thank you for rocking with us right here
Thank
on
you.
154.
And you
Thank
crazy.
man.
You crazy.
Right.
You crazy.
Not as crazy as you.
We need that character. We need that character one more time.
Right. I cannot believe that you are talking to me like that.
What happened?
Oh my God.
The Godfrey game. Oh, we got one more thing. The Godfrey game.
Oh, the Godfrey game.
The
Let's
Godfrey
go.
game.
Let's
The
go.
Godfrey
Let's
game.
go. Let's go.
While I eat my ogi,
Eat your
Eat your ogi, man.
I'm still going to have some akara.
Okay, I got your ogi. Here's the Godfrey game. I heard you can do a lot of accents, and I will say random categories and see if you can impersonate these accents. And I know
you better nail it. Well, he's got akara in his mouth.
Okay, well, wait till wash it.
Wash down my
Wash
akara.
it with the.
Okay.
Wash it now. You ready?
Okay.
Chop
Hold on,
and
real
quench.
quick.
Chop and quench.
Ogi doesn't make you gassy. I can't remember.
Man, I don't know. Ew.
Well, I don't want to.
You're about to find out.
I mean, I don't like
I don't
when
wanna keep
you
eating
bend forward and go, it don't make you gassy, does it? And my face is right in that area. But it don't make you gassy.
I haven't had it in a while. Go ahead.
Okay. The way you eat, you gonna fart. That spoon looked like a damn, so small. It's like,
Go ahead, man.
okay, my bad. All right. Nigerian father.
Godfrey, hey, how are you today? Go and get my cane.
Go and get my cane. I remember that. Woo.
Imagine you have to go and get the cane
go
for
in with your
yourself.
Oh, yeah. But go and get my cane.
I don't know where it is.
You'll be flogged.
Yeah.
American.
Father? Or just American?
No, American. This is an American accent.
Did I try and be Godfrey?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Get on back now.
What are you saying now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How do I sound?
I don't know. How do you sound, Godfrey? Why are we doing this? Why are we getting more crazy every time I'm talking like Godfrey?
How about Southerner?
How about what?
A Southerner.
Well, if I'm being a Southerner, well, you know what? You know what happens to Southerners? If you take the Nigerian accent like this, and you slow it down, you put a lot of slavery in there.
Facts.
And then you start to put a little bit of subservience in it. This is what starts to happen to the Nigerian accent.
Man.
It goes, because literally, if you're down here and you start to speed it up, and then you start to take all the thing out of it, then before you know it, you're talking like this.
Now we are free again.
Now we are free. We are released.
Hey,
That's how you do it.
smooth transition.
You see that?
Damn.
You have to
Can you
study
try
it.
it?
You have to study it.
Oh, you usually.
No.
I do a Southern accent?
No, the way he just did that whole thing, go ahead.
Clear your throat. You know when you.
No. I got to stay in my lane on that one.
Okay. A black dude from L.A.
Easy now.
Oh, yes.
Easy now.
Yes.
Easy now.
A black dude. Are you from
Just say
LA?
cuz.
Born and raised in L.A.
So I have to.
Crenshaw.
So I've got to be like you. What does that mean?
Well, I don't represent. Cass,
Definitely don't represent.
I speak too proper, so.
I don't know. That's too
Yo,
loose.
cuz, you gotta be like cuz.
Cuz.
Hold on.
And get in the car, cuz. Get in the car,
I
cuz.
tripping though, man.
The car, man. I was in the car.
And we don't overemphasize like that.
You say core.
No, we don't say. We say.
You say for and core. Get in the core. It's not that for.
We do not.
You're gonna be a store.
I can't match that. That's too specific for me. I would need my
It
dialect
depends
coach
on where
for that.
you are
Yeah, that's
in
true.
LA.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I just hang around Snoop, so I'd be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's real Snoop.
you talking about cuz?
Yeah, that's real
Hell
Snoop.
yeah, cuz. I remember I was trying to smoke weed with him. I don't smoke weed, but it's with Snoop.
Right.
And I said, hey, Snoop, I want to smoke some weed. He said, oh, you want to go down that neighborhood, huh? I was like, no, I don't.
Like a
Jesus
threat.
Christ. No, I don't now that you said it. He goes, oh, you want to go down that neighborhood, huh, cuz? I was like, no, I'm good. I was just joking.
Can you imagine me and Snoop? You want to go down that neighborhood? No, I don't. You really don't, Snoop.
Hey, you real
Please
proper.
don't let...
You real proper.
Yeah,
though,
you real proper.
You real
Yes,
proper.
I am, which is why I'm not taking
Like
the
that
blunt.
English. I like that. How about Valley Girl?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like the worst. I cannot believe that.
The eyes. He's got the eyes on.
Like, what is that? What is the throat
dry-
fry? How did that even happen?
I hate it.
It is
I think it's the dry
the worst.
air in the valley.
Dry air.
That was
The dry air in the
That's what
valley.
it is. The dry heat.
I don't want
No
to
moisture. In New York, it's never that way. Yo, what's wrong with your voice? What is this dry
And like, you gotta throw like in between everything. Like,
yeah.
that's African to
That's like,
and
no way.
I'm stuck. Why am I stuck doing that?
How about Bostonian?
Oh my gosh! I was just in Boston. I'm not touching that.
Why not?
Oh my God!
There you go.
I
Always
had
start with Harvard Yard. Harvard
Right.
Yard.
Harvard Yard.
Hey, we're in a police department. Hey, is your name Bobby? We're gonna go watch a hockey game right now.
Oh wow!
I tell you, the Harvard Yard.
Harvard Yard.
Harvard Yard.
Harvard
Get in
Yard.
the car.
Get in the
Get in
car.
the car, Bobby. What are you doing? The Kennedys.
Right.
That's not what you know.
Country can do for you.
That's what I want to go to space. We want to find a way. That's Boston as
Oh
hell.
wow! I put my hands up. Boston is tough, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I got one. I'm throwing a wild card in.
Okay,
well,
go on.
Trump.
Oh, no. Not with him in the room. Are you out of your
wanna
mind?
see it.
No way.
Watch them have him play Trump.
He literally does the best one I have ever,
It's
ever
amazing.
seen. You're the
David
only...
Oyelowo. I'm going to tell you something. David, you're so impressive. Martin Luther King, can you believe it? David Oyelowo. Yo-yo. David Yo-yo.
Like, I'm traumatized and elated all at the same
David,
time. Like,
David.
there's too many things
right.
happening
I'm so
all
happy
at
to
the
be
same
here. It's impressive. He's with Tom
God.
Cruise. Can you believe he's Tom Cruise?
Even though he doesn't know.
A black guy doing
It's
two movies
this.
with white people. That's incredible. He's very, very... You are better than your friend. That's why he punched you in the face.
Oh, my gosh.
You're so good. David Oyelowo.
So,
Whoa.
It's exactly
Whoa.
what he would do.
There's wow in his
exactly.
name. I think wow is in your name. He's fantastic. I think he's great. He's fantastic.
And he does the taper off, the whole taper off
Yeah,
thing.
David, I think he's fantastic.
This was the highlight for me because the amount of time I've had joy from him doing that, to have him say my name as
David
that.
Oyelowo. Wow. I'm very good at pronouncing. I've been so great. I've been tested on pronunciation.
Oh, you have been to
Very good speech.
Say his entire name then.
David Hamalamana. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's a junior. I think it's junior.
Oh my gosh. I thank you for teeing that up.
Can you do a New Yorker?
Oh my goodness.
I can do a New York. That one's
Is he in New York?
He's from New York.
I mean, I live in New York for a long
in
time.
Newborn. I play a guy from Queens.
Yes.
So you from Queens?
But
Can you do that?
I couldn't just pull it out.
What you talking about, man? You can't do that. It's easy, man.
Yeah.
Yo, my mother and my brother,
Yeah,
I'm telling you
that's
for
it.
real.
That's
Some real
it.
dead. I'm
Yeah.
just telling. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
It's how it is in New York. There's
gotta-
Queens,
you
there's
gotta
Brooklyn,
do
there's
all
Harlem.
this.
Yeah.
No, because I lived in Harlem. I lived in the Bronx.
Boy, you look like you were having a fit.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for getting them.
Like, why did you do that?
Because when he talks,
No. Stop it.
No,
Stop.
Hey, hold up. Hey, hold up, though, son. Hey, let me tell you something,
Yo,
son.
excuse me.
Let me tell you something, son. Look, I'm from the East Coast.
Excuse me.
Hey, hold on. Hey, get your mans right here.
No.
Get your mans.
You said right here.
Right.
Excuse me. Like the Italians. What the are you doing? Are you crazy? You're just jiggling all over the place. Yo, relax. This guy, I don't know if you're from Brooklyn or you're from a halfway house. You gotta be kidding me right now.
Hey, you, relax. Jesus Christ.
That's how you got to. Hey, I'm gonna go. Watch this. Hey, you want to go get something to eat at the diner? I'm gonna go over to the diner.
Why your neck?
Why do you lose your neck?
Let's go to the diner.
Like,
that's how they talk.
What is wrong with
they
your
have
neck?
a neck.
Why
They
is
have
your
a neck. Why does your neck
what is it?
disappear
Listen, I'm a
because
New
you're
Yorker
doing an
now.
accent?
Look at me.
Exactly.
I'm a New Yorker.
Exactly.
I'm from Brooklyn.
No.
Here I go. I'm from Queens now. I'm from the Bronx. What the hell was that?
Okay, let me do it. Let me do it with the neck. Let me do it.
Do it. See if you can do it with your neck.
Okay, I'm gonna do it with the neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can't help it. He wants to shrink his neck.
Try. Come on,
Okay,
try. Let's see.
Hold on.
Okay.
Method acting.
Okay. Let's go.
We gonna go to the.
There's that neck. There's that neck.
We go.
Shoulders down. We're in ballet class.
Hold on. Hey, we're gonna go over to the diner. The diner. You guys don't say diner. You go diner.
Why are you hugging yourself?
like
It's
this.
worse.
We're gonna go over
It
to
is
the diner.
worse. No New Yorker in the history of the world is gone.
Well, that depends on what part of New York. I'm New York. I'm Harlem, baby. Harlem all day.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay, you got
Last one.
we got Irish.
Oh, Irish.
Can you do Irish?
I can do an Irish accent.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there you go. Right like that. What are you going to do with your neck when you do an Irish accent?
Oh, I don't know how to do one. I can't do an Irish. You can do an Irish.
Something like you're because let me tell you, the thing you're doing with your neck is just still a little too much, man. You're too crazy with it.
No, you started a little Italian in
No,
there.
I didn't
don't
do
know.
Italian.
You broke character.
I did Italian.
You broke
No,
character.
but you could feel it going a little Boston there, which is good
which is
because
very
that's where
Irish.
they came
Thank you.
from. That's where they came.
Uh-huh.
Don't be bitter about it. He elided from Irish to Boston. That was
That's right.
impressive.
That's
Don't
right.
give him any credit.
The neck
I
thing
did
was
it right,
traumatic
and
for
he's
me.
just jealous. He's just jealous because I did it right.
Yeah,
What happened when the dude was jealous of you
He
in
just threw in
school?
Scottish. You see him just do
Scottish. He's a Scottish. Do Scottish. He's a Scottish.
If you,
Scottish. Did down.
Scottish
You say
accent.
down. You say right. The right.
That's
is
right.
Like
if you want to do a
Glasgow.
Scottish accent, it's more like that.
I'm all like that.
Can you do a Scottish accent?
Now watch this. Wait. Get it.
Yeah.
No.
If I were to do a Scottish accent like a New Yorker, this would be the best character that you could ever play.
I can do it.
A Scottish guy doing an impression of Akbar, doing a New York accent.
You're right. I know you're right. Right. In fact, you're right about the way that you did.
You're actually wrong.
What the hell?
What is happening?
Asian?
You're actually
That's
wrong.
scary.
You're Asian. He's like,
Where
you're
is this
wrong.
from?
I'm from Scotland. I'm from
Now
Scotland.
you're Southeast Asian.
What you on about? I'm from Scotland.
That's
in
like
the
8
world are
different
you
countries.
doing? What you
This is
on about?
actually impressive.
What
I
you
heard
on
8
about?
accents. How are you doing 8?
He's like this. Is that
what you're about? I can't.
I sound like that one. I sound like the one guy from your school.
Yes, exactly.
Yo,
exactly.
what was that?
I have
You
never
Scotland? I'm from
experienced.
Scotland.
Scotland?
What are you saying?
Did you say?
I'm Scottish.
His neck. There's his neck again.
Scotland?
I'm Scottish.
No, you're Scotland.
You're
Scotland.
Scotland.
No, you're not. That's the name of the country. I'm Scottish.
No, Scotland. Scotland.
Scotland, but I'm
Scotland.
I'm Scottish.
No, will you stop it?
What you on about?
Oh my
What you on
God!
about?
That's what they say.
You're actually doing an accent. If I asked you to do that accent, you'd never be able to do it.
What?
I think
Like
you
that.
lived in each city
that
for
sounded
10
more like
seconds.
Cockney.
Who?
Cockney. Cockney's like, what you
Like to
doing,
be
mate?
like a
What's up, mate?
Londoner.
It's like, what you doing? Let's have it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's-
Can you do a Scottish accent? As a Cockney. Go.
No, do a Southeast Asian Crip. Southeast Asian.
Yeah, because Akbar, that's what you just did.
And then he twists his face like he got it. I was going. I was schooling. I was like, what are you doing?
Why are you so wrong and strong? I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish.
If he
I'm
moves,
Scottish.
he has to move
Just
around.
because you keep saying it doesn't make it so. Like Akbar, that's not a thing. Okay?
This is why I'm a TV host. Hey, you want to put me in your next film? I could be a Scottish bodyguard. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Okay, all right.
As long as
we're
we can
done.
have
Get me out of
subtitles,
here.
we'll be okay.
All right. That's it. We're done.
Australian is last, bro. Australian.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Which explains what just happened.
Okay, I have that one. Hold on. I can do this one. This one you'll be impressed.
What are you gonna do?
This one you're gonna
Go for it. Go for it.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
No, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's what I just said.
That's not a knife.
You bloody hell!
You said.
Was that
Bloody hell!
No.
Was that Crocodile Dundee?
Yes.
No, he's not Crocodile Dundee.
Good night, Mike. You knew that was like. That's
No,
not
but he's
a
like
knife.
this.
Well,
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's what I just said.
No,
I
you
said
said that's not a
Dundee.
knife. This is a
That's
knife.
not-
That's what the fuck
I
you
love
said.
you, but that's
Ed
not
Jaw,
what you
give
just
me-
did.
give-
I know. I'm
Ed
trying
Jaw.
to help you.
Do you
The
hear
only reason
your
I knew
own
it was
self?
Crocodile Dundee is because Godfrey interpreted it.
Yo, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Let me hear.
Okay. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's whack.
Yeah,
That's the knife.
right.
Here you go.
Your turn.
No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I know my limits. Like
As an actor.
yeah.
You said I don't know my limits.
Basically.
You don't.
Basically.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. We learned that when you were saying.
Can we turn off the cameras?
No.
Please.
Keep rolling. This is amazing, B-roll. Gosh. That's not a knife.
I was actually trying to transition into acting, and you guys have just killed my chance.
Well, you transitioned into how not to.
Yo. The not method.
Yeah, the not method. The not method.
The Akbar way of acting.
I feel like I'm going to end up in every class. I want to show you guys an example of what not to do.
What not
Look
to
at
do.
his shoulder. You see that right there? His neck
You
disappeared.
put your shoulders into it when you're doing it.
But you already know that's a New York thing.
Oh, wow.
Because you guys do this little thing. Like, see, in LA, we just talk normal. Like, we real.
That's not true.
We real chill. That's why we set the vibe.
New Yorkers would be like this. When
Look, he just did it. You didn't say nothing to him. He just did.
No, his neck didn't disappear. It's not.
My neck was still
you
present.
have to acting is all about self-awareness.
Who is this guy?
Right.
What is this guy talking about? He's like, it depends on where you're from in New York. You understand? Depends. If you're in Harlem, if you're Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, it depends. But then there's Jersey. Yeah, I'm from Jersey.
What are the different areas? The boroughs. I'm from the fifth
Not
borough.
boroughs, it's borough.
Borough.
The boroughs. I'm from the boroughs. I'm from the boroughs.
Thank you for joining us here on 154.
Oh my God. 154. We all connected, baby. You already know. I'm talking 154. We bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place.